Football Club. Expecting to see any fireworks, gentlemen?
I think we certainly will, especially with Lee Stewart in the middle of the ground.
So the siren's gone to start the first quarter. There goes Bristow, well tackled, good play there. Free kick, it's going to be a push in the back. It's not.
Hoganberg's on the ball. Here we go. He's laid one big tackle early.
So Hogan Burke, big game player, we know that. Little handball came out to Collie. Collie gets a handball out to Lee Stewart, still on the wing position. Hogan Burke, that's where it started. Kicks it up towards half forward. Out comes Simpson. Gave it off to Shaw at half forward. Goes inside. Rowe, can he get down? No, he can't. They jump on top of him now. The umpire will come in and bounce. Umpire Brett Chard, that is.
I think that's good, Tully. The Somerville playing group at the moment, they're taking the game on. They're giving handballs off to first runner, trying to move the game on as quickly as possible.
Really good start by Summy.
So Boswell's got the job on Rowe, gents. That's an interesting one.
And he's obviously taking him deep, and he's going deep.
So Simpson got the tap out. The ball came out the back. Bristow tried to do a little bit too much. Push in the back. Is there? There is. And it's going to go to Somerville. So they're going to have a first shot on goal about 35 metres out directly in front. And that's David Hurst.
Loves getting a free kick, Hurst. He's always finding his way in and under or copping one too high. He's... the way he plays, he's a bit of a bull, and he tends to find a bit of contact, and no better way than being the coach, playing coach of a club, going back to kick the first goal in a grand final to get your boys and get them going.
And this will get them going, Josh. It's just the start that they needed.
Yeah, and one bloke that loves to celebrate after a goal is Border Hurst, and being the coach on grand final day, if he kick the first goal of the day, he'll be up and about, so watch for the celebration here.
So David Hurst comes in, a shot at the first goal. He liked it the minute it left the boot. They're up and about. They all get around him. The Eagles kick for the first for the afternoon. They lead one straight 6 points. Somerville yet to score. And Rosebud haven't had their hands on the footy much in the first minute and 50 seconds of this game.
I don't reckon they've had a disposal yet.
Not a clean one.
Not a clean one.
No. I know we've only played 2 minutes, but you couldn't have asked for a better start for Somerville. We spoke about Boswell before the game. He's deep. Somerville, the way they moved that ball there, and Scotty Simpson came out and took a big thump.
They've made a few changes. Boswell's gone on to Tommy Shaw. They've sent the runner out to change that up.
So Tommy Shaw already having an early disposal. The ball in the centre again. Good play there by Farrelly, but he just attacked the ruckman there in Dwyer. So Dwyer will take the free kick for the Buds. Centre of the ground here at Carr Street. Asked to play on now, he does. Kicks the ball straight up the middle, up towards the 50-metre line. In comes the Junkyard Dog, and Wilson takes the mark. So Wilson's got the ball inside defensive 50. Rosebud going to the Carr Street end in this opening quarter. Kick outside was nice, and there's Shaw again. So he's taken the mark at half-back. Long way from home, goes up the line. He'll be looking for Rowe. Good punch away there from Chris Zurich, who's come into the side this afternoon, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Members side of the ground here at Carr Street Oval. True wing position.
It's a great start for Tommy Shaw. He's a confidence player. He's had his hands on the footy a few times already, and it's only probably been 5 minutes gone.
Ball comes tumbling back into play now. Farrelly versus Dwyer. Great tap there by Farrelly. Lee Stewart. Torpedo up towards the 50-metre line. Simpson flies. They need someone at the full. That's Tommy Shaw. Can he kick it around the left? He does. Snapped it back. Not enough. Through for a minor score. But again, Tommy Shaw having an impact on this game early. 1-1-7. Rosebud yet to score. Ball comes back into play. Bristow's got it. Wants to play on immediately. Does so now. Goes out wide to Jarman. Member side up the line. Wasn't a great kick. Cut off there. Well done by Timmy McGuinness. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Half forward line for the Eagles. They lead 1-1-7. Rosebud yet to score.
Rosebud have settled now. They've got the matchups that they want. They've got Zurich back onto Rowe. They've got Boswell up the ground. So they've settled a little bit.
Farrelly again. Very good tap it was. He tapped it 20 metres. Here's the dangerous Jed Sutton. Goes backward to Hoganberg. Kick inside wasn't great. Speedy. He trapped it on the right foot. Has a shot for goal and he's kicked it. Just to start, the Eagles won it. 2-1-13. Justin Farrelly outstanding on that occasion once again.
Crowe, you spoke about confidence players. Obviously, Tommy Shaw is one of them. I reckon Adrian Speedy is as well. And Tom Shaw and Adrian Speedy have both obviously started well now. That's really, really good signs for Summy. They've got 2 goals on the board, and Rosebud, I think they've had 1 inside 50, so really good start for Summy.
Yeah, we've probably spoken to Hoganberg's probably had, what are we at, Vossi? How many's he had? 4? 3? Yeah, so he's been involved, had a later tackle. They're all getting involved, the Somerville midfielders.
So back in the centre of the ground again. Tap comes down. McGuinness finds himself in the middle now. So is Bentley. He's in there as well, and he's got himself a free kick. The former Carlton player, Greg Bentley, Rosebud boy, of course, kicks the ball inside 50, looking for the big fella there in Baker. Couldn't find him. Kel Dixon, right foot, kicked it out wide, found Allsop on his own at half-back, goes up the line, needs to be a good kick, and there's Billy Rolfe. Did he take the mark? No, the umpire says it was spoilt well. And it's Sam Crimmich who's got the job on Billy Rolfe. Did the job on him the first time they played in a final a couple of weeks ago. So the ball comes back into play again. Farrelly in the ruck. This time it was Dwyer. He butted up, got his left foot kicked to it, goes up towards Armstrong. Handball off was good. Bancroft, what can he do? Wasn't a great kick off the left. Ball goes up towards half forward. Going through there was Stevens. Bancroft's in there as well for the Buds. We're about 60 metres around from goal. Lockie Armstrong on the left goes inside 50. Collie fell over, needed to keep his feet. They dive on top of it now. The umpire surely will come in and bounce. He does. About 40 metres out from Rosebud's goal, directly in front.
Summy's midfield has started with lots and lots of pressure. That's what they were. Probably 2 weeks ago in that semi-final, they didn't have as much pressure, but they've started with plenty of pressure in the footy.
So up they go. Todd Farrelly it was at the fall of the ball. Bentley, left foot, snapper, goal. He's pushed it across the face. Through for a minor score. He's had outstanding games every time these two sides have played this year. I think the first game at Somerville, he had 10 shots at goal on that day. Completely dominated. So Rosebud on the board at least, one straight behind. Somerville 2 goals, 1-13, 6.5 gone opening quarter.
Looks like Bentley and Hoganberg were matching up against each other too.
So Jake Wilson to bring the ball back into play. So not a lot of movement for him now. Off goes Farrelly now. He goes out in that direction. He's up against Baker. Good play there, Billy Rolfe. He needs to get his hands on the footy early against Crimmich. He was terrible a couple of weeks ago, but his intent is good early in this quarter as he kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Big Ben Dwyer got himself into position, couldn't take the mark. For the ball, McGuinness goes in towards Westerman. He's got someone inside 50 all on his own. It's Hurst, takes the mark. So he had Dill Ryan further on, but he had to dive for the mark, and David Hurst will go back and have a shot for goal about 35 metres out directly in front.
We spoke about before the game that Somerville want to get the game on their terms for them to be able to win the game of footy, and we've played 7.5 minutes and the game has been completely on Somerville's terms so far, Crowie.
Yeah, they're definitely, like we spoke about, look, talk about Somerville trying to get the footy out, get space and take the game on, and at the moment they're finding a lot of the footy, they're getting it in the hands of their players, and David Hurst has kicked the point.
So he needed to kick that one. That would have really put some pressure on the Buds. But he kicks it behind, 2-2-14. Rosebud one behind, 8 minutes gone, opening quarter. Zurich to bring the ball back in, plays on. Gets a couple of metres, kicks the ball up towards half-back. Pack flies at the fall of it. There's Josh Colley. Handball off to Simpson. Another one to Bravo. He's got Allsop at centre-half forward. He finds him now. So the Eagles with possession of the footy. Off he goes now. Tommy Shaw's got the jump. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. For the ball, Rolfe. Thought about going left, right. Well tackled there, Crimmich. And he's got one for holding the... No, too high against Nick Boswell. So Billy Rolfe will take the free kick about 40 metres out from goal.
I think one thing you'll notice about the flow of the football, Rosebud are trying to get their numbers back inside 50 and they're clogging up space, but what Somerville have been able to do is lower their eyes and find and isolate their loose players and still maintain possession of the football.
So Billy Rolfe, this will really get him up and about. 40 metres out from goal, up against the boundary line. Bay End, set sail now. Does he bring it back? No. So another minor score. 2 goals, 3-15. Somerville, Rosebud, one behind. We've played 9 minutes in the opening quarter. So it'll be Chris Zurich to bring the ball back into play for the Buds. Tommy Shaw stands the mark. They start moving for him now. Again, he plays on, gets a valuable couple of metres as he kicks the ball towards half-back. Baker couldn't take the mark. That was Matt Baker, of course. The ball eventually goes over the line out of bounds. Outer side of the ground, Brian Mace side, or Brian Mace grandstand side. Umpire brings the ball back into play, half forward for the Eagles. Ball gets tapped down. Lee Stewart went without it. Got ripped off the footy. Umpire said play on. Simpson kept his feet. Ball spills out now. Westerman, little toe poke was nice to Colley. Little left foot kick around the corner went to Hurst. Inside goes Dylan Ryan. He couldn't trap it. Westerman's got another opportunity. Hurst gets tripped. Westerman gets tackled. Didn't have the footy. Ball spills out. Good play there from the Eagles forwards just to hold the ball in. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going against Luke Rowe, and it'll go down there to Seb Kremich.
Rosebud look flat at the moment. They look real flat. They don't seem to be working hard off the footy. They're just trying to play the percentages and kick long. They don't really look like they really want to take the game on at the moment. Maury, what do you reckon?
Yeah, there was a stoppage just in the forward 50 there. I was just watching Jed Sutton, one of Summy's most dangerous forwards, sitting there by himself. And if Rosebud are going to let Jed Sutton sit by himself, they're going to have a long day.
Ryan Spooner's got the ball on the wing position. Rosebud have been able to work it out of defence as a free kick. It's going Rosebud's way, and it'll go to Rob Forrest. He thought about squaring it up into the centre of the ground. It's Spooner, in fact, goes out wide now. Bristow on his bike, kicks the ball up towards Baker. He looks good in this situation. The push out was there. A great recovery from the big fella. Flying shot at goal, kicks it. The Buds are on the board. Good play, Tommy Baker. And if there was a man that was going to ignite Rosebud, he was the one. 117, Somerville 2-3-15. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. My dad has been really busy lately helping customers get the right home bundle, internet and mobile phone plans. But it's not just my dad. All the staff are really friendly and ready to help. So drop in and see the team at Telstra store in Mornington and Rosebud.
Or call us on 1300 My Telstra. That's 1300 698 357.
And in the meantime, I'm off to kick the footy with Dad.
Hey Jack, kick it to me.
A station sponsor.
So Somerville 2 goals, 3-15. Lead Rosebud 1-1-7. Baker kicks his first goal. They needed that one, the big number 25. 1 goal each to Adrian Speedy and to David Hurst for Somerville. 11.5 gone opening quarter. Back in the centre of the ground. Simpson in the ruck up against Davidge. There's a free kick. It's going against Jed Sutton, who ran inside the square. So a valuable centre clearance there. Bentley kicks the ball long, looking there for Armstrong. Couldn't find him. It was Keegan Downey. In fact, the ball spills to the front. There's a free kick. It's going Somerville's way, and Jacob Wilson will take the free kick. Defensive 50, Members side of the ground. Goes up the line. There's Rolfe again. So he's leading Kremich a bit of a merry dance at the moment. Leading well, marking well. Takes the mark at half-back. Members side. Kicks the ball up the line. It's a lovely kick, actually. Gave it up there towards Shaw. The umpire didn't take the mark. Hogenberg comes through. The umpire's brought it back, paying the mark.
You can't do that.
What? You can't do what? If it's a mark, they've got to bring it back, don't they?
Oh, they
Yeah,
played
they do.
advantage.
Advantage for a free kick, but not for a mark, Crowie. The ball comes there from Colley, kicks the ball up towards the 50. Simpson flew, couldn't take the mark. Good play there. Then Hurst gave it to Westerman, overran it. Handball out, comes there towards Simpson. Can he run onto it? He's up, providing a shepherd. Comes to Hogenberg, right foot snap. He had McGuinness out wide, and they screwed that one up, the Eagles. Had plenty of numbers inside. Hogenberg versus McDonald, who's getting right in Hogenberg's face now. He doesn't mind a bit of it, Brad McDonald. Remember 4-5 week holiday he had earlier in the year.
Yeah, a bit of a cheeky jumper punch. I think a bit of a slight Liverpool kiss. The old headbutt came
there
down
was
as well, I
the
think.
Liverpool kiss. There was indeed. So the free kick going down there towards Daniel Wilson. One of 3 teenagers playing for the Buds this afternoon. Goes in short to Spooner. The umpire's bringing it back. So he's got the free kick in the Members side back pocket at the bay end for the Buds. And I don't think Nick Boswell's had a touch yet, has he, Michael Voss? No, has not seen it. So the ball comes in now up towards the 50. The umpire's found a free kick off the footy, going Rosebud's way, and it'd be Davidge who takes the kick. So he's got the ball defensive 50, Members side of the ground. Kicks the ball up the line towards the wing position. Good punch away there from Sedgwick, killed the contest. Ball goes over the line out of bounds.
Yeah, one of Somerville's strengths is their forward line. We spoke about before the game, their lead up forwards, and Tommy Shaw and Billy Rolfe have started really well, so that's positive signs for Summy.
Back position there was Farrelly. I'll give that one to Davidge. Ball goes to ground. So Rosebud like this stuff. They like the contest after contest, stoppage after stoppage. They got Bancroft in there. Forrest is in there as well. So is Bristow. So Rosebud try and lock it down as the ball comes out to Bristow now. Gets the handball to that man Forrest, who just went off the deck, went towards half forward. Sedgwick over the back again was good. Ends up with Bancroft. Finds Bristow. Kicks the ball inside 50. Under pressure here is Tim Hurst. He just took the hit, gave the little ball out, comes there towards Farrell. He could have been pink for throwing it. Sedgwick's in there now. Ball comes to Armstrong. Now gets towards Corrin, who kicked towards goals, but he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. Another one of Rosebud's teenagers out there this afternoon. Ball comes back into play, goes out towards Lee Stewart. Defensive 50's in trouble. Too slow, Lee. He gets caught for holding the ball. And Ryan Spooner will take the free kick, the Rosebud skipper.
That hurts you when that happens. That's just a massive momentum shifter. Rosebud looking dangerous this last 5 minutes.
They are, as Ryan Spooner goes inside 50. They need a fly. Sedgwick with the punch. Ball comes towards the outer side of the ground. Rob Forrest just lumbered after it. Didn't look overly sharp running at that ball. Rob Forrest looked to be running on the spot a little bit.
Yeah,
the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
Looks a bit sore.
He did, didn't he? So the umpire to bring the ball back into play. Right forward pocket. Ball comes in. Tap down. Bentley, can he get his foot to it? He did. Spills out there towards Bragg McDonald. Colley's hot on his hammer. Held him off the footy. Umpire said nothing in it. Forrest well tackled there by McGuinness. Ball comes out. The Bud's working hard. Bancroft's in there now. Puts his head down. They're all diving on top of it. There's about 10, 15 of them around the footy. Eventually it comes out. Could have been a trip. The umpire said no. And eventually, after letting the game go, he'll bounce the ball about 6 metres out from the Bud's goals. So up they go. Baker just pushed his opponent out of the contest. And the free kick will go down there towards Justin Farrelly. Handball out. In trouble there. Colley doesn't know what to do. Goes there back towards Todd Farrelly. Ball comes inside. Here's Justin now. So Justin's got the ball out of side of the ground. Defensive 50-metre line. It's the Eagles 2-3-15 leading Rosebud 1-1-7. Handball over the top was good to Josh Colley. Up the line looking for Simpson. Went with a one hand. Good play there at the fall of the ball. That was a great kick up towards Travis Bravo. Lost his feet there. Comes out to Timmy McGuinness. Can he get around a couple? He does. Kick inside was nice to Billy Rolfe versus Kremich. 1-on-1. 30 metres out from goal. Good play Kremich. He's got support inside. Good play there by McGuinness too to rob him of Zurich of the footy. Ball hits the deck. Bancroft's in there and eventually the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. About 40 metres around from the Eagles' goal.
One thing that's great for a side is when you know you've got good ball users, you'll tend to hit up a lot more because you know you're going to get the footy delivered to you. And Josh Colley did that on numerous occasions in that last bit of play.
Good play there by Jed Sutton. Handball had a bit too much on it. Running through there's Boswell and there he goes. Has the bounce from half back. Handball's over the top there to Brad McDonald, who has a bounce. Runs to half forward now. Approaches 50. Sets sail with a long bomb. He's kicked it. And he celebrates. And the Buds get one back. 2-1-13. Somerville 2-3-15. And that was Nick Boswell who started that from half back.
Yeah, it was. And they've settled pretty well now, Rosebud. I think both teams are back onto level pegging now. Summy came out breathing fire, and Rosebud have started to get the game back onto their terms with the stoppage after stoppage, and you can see what happens when Nick Boswell gets the ball. He's set up a goal there.
It's a game of centimetres. Ben Crow, Jed Sutton's handball just had a little bit too much heat on it and it turned the footy over.
Yeah, we've spoken about it at Frankston Park. When you take the game on and you can go through the corridor really quick, you get it inside your forward 50 really fast. It's not overly that long, and Nick Boswell just broke that extra line. A couple of Rosebud players moved forward the footy and away they went.
Ben Dwyer grabbed the ball, sold some candy, kicked the ball inside 50 again for the Buds. Keegan down, he comes out. Bentley runs to 50, kicks a long goal, Greg Bentley. They've kicked 2 in a minute, the Buds, and they've hit the front. 3-1-19, Somerville 2-3-15, 4 points the difference, 19 minutes gone in the opening quarter.
One thing you can tell in the last 5 minutes, Somerville's pressure has completely disappeared. On the ball carrier, it's gone.
Yeah, 100%. It started off with Somerville and now it's swapped over to Rosebud. It's no surprise when you drop off your pressure, you drop off the scoreboard pressure as well.
Yeah, I've just had Rosebud kick 2 goals outside 50 on the run. If your side's got enough pressure, physical pressure on the ball carrier, that shouldn't happen.
It's a really important time in the game. We've gone 20 minutes in the first quarter. It's going to be really interesting to see how Somerville can respond for the next 5 or 10 minutes. They need to lock it down and get it back onto their terms.
So the umpire with the pill in the middle of the ground again. Dwyer versus Simpson. It was Dwyer again. He sold some beautiful candy just moments ago, which resulted in a goal. Speedy, well pressured, ball smothered, comes out there towards Stevens, gave it backwards to Spooner, who kicked the ball towards half forward again for the Buds. For the ball, Keegan Downey gives a handball out. It's got Lockie Armstrong. Here's Bentley again, sold some candy, gave it to Forrest, who runs to 30, who kicks a goal. Yes! The Buds have kicked 3 in 3 minutes. They move to 4 goals, 125. Somerville 2-3-15. They've got to hang on here, the Eagles.
Spoken about it again. Rosebud spread out of the stoppage. They had about 3 numbers work out of the contest. Only one Somerville player then wanted to try and work across to try and put pressure on. He engaged the first guy. Robbie Forrest just got on the outside of that and ran into an open goal.
Greg Bentley and Rob Forrest, the last 2 goal kickers. They're probably their 2 most important players. Such an important time in the game for Summy. They really have to lock it down here.
Westerman's got to lock down on Forrest. The ball goes up in the centre of the ground again. Dwyer, he's just dominant, isn't he? He's got the edge over Somerville. As the ball comes down towards Speedy, tried to sell some candy. Rosebud are just mauling him at the minute, and they win a free kick for holding the ball in the centre. And here's this man again, Forrest, kicks the ball out wide. Somehow, this player, Tommy Stoffels, got on his own, kicks the ball inside 50. Baker couldn't take the mark. Ball spills over the back. He butted up nicely. Sedgwick in there, trying to work the ball out. Rosebud relentless right now. So whilst they might have been flat for the first 6 minutes, they're up and about now and they lead by 10 points.
We talk about momentum shifters. That tackle on Lee Stewart started this pressure for Rosebud.
Ball over the back. That came there from Todd Farrelly. Ball spills down. Bristow just danced through. Here's that man, Forrest again. Left foot snap hit the timber. Through for a minor score, so a let off there to the Eagles. 4-2, 26 Rosebud. Somerville 2-3, 15, 11 points the difference. Ball comes back into play. Great mark there by Dale Stevens. He chopped it off. Goes inside. Lockie Armstrong puts the mix up and takes a mark. The big number 11.
They're in strife at the moment, Somerville. They really need to settle themselves down now and work themselves back into this game.
And they've dropped their heads. I reckon their leaders have to stand up. Woodhurst down there, Scotty Simpson, leaving Lee Stewart. He's got his head down. They have to get up and about. They have to get the leaders to stand up.
So Lockie Armstrong has a shot at goal. He's kicked it straight over the umpire's head. The Buds are allied here at Carr Street. 5 goals, 2-32. Somerville 2 goals, 3-15. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Our sponsor, the Rye Hotel and Best Western 14 Nelson, are proud to be servicing the Rye community. The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Best Western 14 Nelson luxury accommodation and conferencing offer 30 stylish suites with modern lounges and living spa bathrooms with contemporary furnishings and fabrics. Come in and try our new menu. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277 or visit the Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road, Rye.
Ball in the centre of the ground. Rosebud have kicked the last 5 goals of this 2015 Nepean League Grand Final. 5-3-33 leading Somerville 2-3-15. 23 minutes gone. Back in the centre. Again, Davidge this time it was who won the ball. Ball spills over the back. Taking the footy, there's Armstrong. Just strolled out of trouble, gave a handball off. Now he gets his right foot kicked to it. The umpire's found a free kick. It's going to the Eagles. For holding the pill, I think.
That was a throw, that one.
Okay. So Ryan's got the footy there. That's Dylan Ryan. Kicks the ball out towards the wing. Tommy Shaw sets himself. Couldn't take the mark. It was a good spoil over the back there from Baker. Rosebud attacked the footy hard. Stoffels is in there. So where Somerville were the ones with their heads over the footy attacking every contest like there was no tomorrow, it's Rosebud now who are doing it. And the Eagles, they've got to hang on here. They'll be looking forward to the siren. Almost 24 minutes gone into the first quarter. They trail by 17 points as the ball goes up. Davidge with the 1-2. He was able to tap it out. Colley, somehow he tapped it straight down to Stevens. Well tackled there. Should have been a free kick to the Eagles. There is, and Dylan Ryan will take it now. Handballs it off immediately. Out there towards Luke Colley. Defensive 50 looking for. Finds Lee Stewart. So Stewart wants to go into the centre of the ground. That was a terrible kick. Kicked it towards the centre. Good play there by Jarman. McGuinness. Jarman's got the free kick. Play on now, says the umpire, as Brad McDonald grabbed it. Kicks it inside to Baker. Couldn't take the mark. Ball spilled out. Comes there towards Wilson. Needs some support. It comes out there back towards the young fella in Peterson. Up towards Bristow at full forward. They got the numbers here. The Buds does the ball sit. Kick off the ground came from Armstrong. Free kick. It's going Somerville's way. Kicking in danger. It'll go there to Todd Farrelly. So he's on the last line of defence down there. He's going to go out towards his brother. He's got 2 to beat and 1 at the fore of the ball. Forced under the footy there. Bentley gets it. Left foot kick from 50. Straightens up. And it goes through for a behind. So we'll let off there to the Eagles. 5 goals, 4-34 to 2 goals, 3-15. 25 minutes gone opening quarter. So Jason Bristow with 7 touches. Forrest with 5. Bentley with 6. So their big 3 keys are getting their hands on the footy in this opening quarter as the ball goes out towards half back after the kick in from Wilson, and Simpson takes the mark for the Eagles. So he needs to start putting a stamp on this contest as he kicks the ball up towards Billy Rolfe. He got rid of Kremich, but he couldn't take the mark. Ball spills down, goes to Wilson, just handballed it over the line. What will the umpire do?
That would have been deliberate last night.
Yes, it would have. Geez, you couldn't even get the ball anywhere near the boundary line last night without it being deliberate. So on the members' side of the ground here at the Carr Street Oval, ball comes back into play. This time Farrelly won that one. There's a free kick. It's going there towards Dwyer. No, it's not. He got his arm the wrong way, and the free kick's going off the ball to Sutton. Goes out there towards McGuinness, who grabs the ball, kicks it inside 50 now. Out comes Bravo. Couldn't take the mark. Full of it. Rosebud have the numbers. There's Boswell. Got smashed there once he got rid of the ball, and it's on out there. Boswell wasn't happy with it. He's up against Simpson. Ball goes up to full forward, and Dylan Ryan takes the mark. So
really good tackle there by Scotty Simpson.
It was.
He absolutely put Nick Boswell into the ground. It was all fair, and then Boswell didn't like it. They had a bit of how do you do?
And the enforcer, Brad McDonald, comes in again. They're just getting him out of the contest. So he wasn't happy with what he saw. It was all fair. And Dylan Ryan needs to kick this one for the Eagles. He does. They needed to kick that one, the Eagles, and they moved to 3 goals, 3-21. Rosebud, 5 goals, 4-34. A bit of a delayed reaction there from the Somerville crowd. And that's just what they needed.
Yeah, I was wondering what was going on there. Dill Ryan's kicked the goal. He's thrown the fist out, started pumping it. And it was dead silent there for about 5-second delay, I think, before the crowd actually realised that it had been a goal.
So back in the centre of the ground again.
It's been a quarter of 2 halves, hasn't it? Summy had the first 10 minutes, and the last 15 has been all Rosebud. So Summy would like to hit back with another goal here before quarter time. We've gone 27.5. If they can get another one, they're back into it. It's only 12 points of difference.
So centre of the ground, Farrelly, he was on that got the tap down. McDonald, he allowed the ball to go through. Colley's in trouble here. He was going backwards. Bristow just attacked the footy. He's got the ball at half forward. Comes out there towards Josh Colley. Needs some support. Gets it through Sedgwick. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Rolfe versus Kremich. They both overran it. Tommy Shaw comes screaming out. Got the handball out. Comes there towards Nick Boswell. He gives a handball off. Armstrong's got it now. Kicks it inside 50. Keegan Downey came out, couldn't take the mark, for the ball. Handball comes out from Bristow. No, it was trapped in there by Bentley, in fact, and the umpire will come in and bounce. 28 minutes gone, opening quarter. It's the Buds, 34, Somerville, 21.
I think if you've noticed too, a lot of the Somerville players are actually going to man, especially when Boswell gets the footy now. They're actually trying to get him.
Yep.
So they're not letting him sell candy to him or anything like that.
Free kick, and it's going against Lee Stewart, holding the ball. So twice now Lee Stewart been caught for holding the ball in a dangerous part of the ground. It's Rob Forrest who'll have a shot for goal from about 48 metres out.
As a midfielder, how many shots on goals Rob Forrest had? Probably 3 or 4?
Yep.
In the first quarter. You've really got to stop that as a midfielder. If there's nothing worse, I guess, from an opposition coaching perspective, Maury, you'll probably agree with me on this one, that having a midfielder that can go through the midfield and kick 3-4 goals a game is a lot more damaging than the mid will get.
And he's kicked it straight over the umpire's head. He's kicked another one, and he is pumped out there, Rob Forrest. Just to remind you, gentlemen, I did tip him to win the medal this afternoon, and he's had how many? He's had 6 and 2 goals in the opening quarter.
That's pretty good figures.
He's been very good, but I'll tell you one player that's really, really impressed me, and you probably don't notice him as much because it's quick hands, and it's Jason Bristow in the middle of the ground. I think he's probably had 9 possessions. 6 of those would have been short, sharp hands in the middle of the ground.
He's had 8, Josh.
8.
Nearly on the ball. I reckon Vossi just likes to hold one back.
6 goals for 40. Rosebud, Somerville 3-3-21. Somebody kicked the first 2 goals of the game. Rosebud have kicked 6 of the last 7. The ball comes out now towards Kel Dixon. I reckon that might be his first touch. David Hurst leads in the race for the ball. Here's Boswell. He gets mauled. He just stood up in the tackle. Oh, Hurst gives him 1-2. There's going to be 50. No, the umpire just holding it up. So I think Boswell knows that he's been targeted out there and he's happy to take them on. Ball, big tackle there from Simpson. And they're into the young fella down there in Daniel Wilson.
That was a fair tackle, and they're getting into him, but that's what you want to see, Corey. That's a beautiful tackle.
That is what gets momentum going. Scotty Simpson has been on fire.
He's trying to lift his boys.
Yeah, he's trying to lift this game for Somerville Football Club at the moment. That was one of the best tackles we've seen for a long time.
Free kick that was fair in Love and War, I reckon, there from Farrelly's. But the umpire said he gave away a free kick for 1 high. So Benny Dwyer's got the footy, goes out towards the wing outer side. There's Forrest again. Fall of it, there's Wilson. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Pack flies. Keegan Downey couldn't take it. Going through there was Hogenberg. Got the handball out. Ryan, kick around the corner, and there's the siren to mark quarter time. And that if they've currently got a loan with a major bank, take it out of there, give it to the community bank, and 80% of the profits that they make are to go back to the clubs. As we start play in this second quarter, up they go. Farrelly gave a Shepherd, and there it is, another free kick. He's struggling here with Dwyer.
He's done that 3 times now, Farrelly.
Yeah, he does. He's just got to concentrate on going the footy. He's going the man first, unfortunately. At least put some pressure on Dwyer, who kicks the ball up towards 50. Big push out. Comes there towards Bristow. Handballed it in front of himself. Good attack on the footy there from Sedgwick. Comes out there towards Stoffels. He just tapped it inside. Handball comes out. Rosebud working hard inside, attacking 50. Somerville are their defence under all sorts of pressure. And the umpire will come in and bounce about 15 metres around from the Buds goal, kicking towards the bay end in this second quarter. Bit of a faux pas. I'm used to calling Sereno in grand finals. As the ball comes up, there he is. Tommy Baker did the ruck work. Ryan Spooner besieged upon the minute he got hold of the footy. The umpire will come in and bounce. So the Buds into attack. They lead by 18 points. 39-21. Some will need to kick the first one. Stewart to McGuinness. Goes to Sedgwick. Bad kick it was. Put his teammate under all sorts of pressure. Stoffels goes hard at it. Goes backwards. Finds his teammate there in Daniel Wilson. Kicks it inside 50. The big fly came from Keegan Downey. He sat on the junkyard dog, Jake Wilson's head, took a screamer, and he'll have a shot for goal directly in front, about 25 metres. And boys, I said off air at quarter time that the 18-point margin, I think, is the biggest margin that we've had between these two teams in the previous 3 encounters.
Yeah, not good at all, Toey. I've put my reputation on the line here and said it would be a 1-goal margin, but... Rosebud boys at the moment.
It's 4 goals right now. Ben Crowe, 7 goals, 3:45. They draw first blood in this second quarter. Somerville 3-3-21, and it's nervous times for Eagles supporters. Josh Moore.
Yeah, I couldn't be much more impressed with Benny Dwyer in the ruck from Rosebud. He continues to get under the guard, and he's coming up against a team of the year ruckman in Justin Farrelly, and I'll put it on the line. I don't think Somerville can win unless Justin Farrelly stands up and gets on top of Benny Dwyer, and at the moment it just doesn't look like happening.
He needs to respond, the Somerville captain. In the centre again, there's Dwyer again. He was the one that got the tap down. This time it's Westerman for Somerville. Kicks it inside 50. Got the numbers here. Jarman for Rosebud. Clearing kick from defensive 50. Goes up towards Stoffels. Couldn't take the mark. Forrest put his head over it. Got the ball out. Bancroft tackled. Should have been pinged for holding the ball and was. Good tackle by Rowan Hogenberg. So he wants to go short, goes there towards Stewart, who can unload from half forward. Billy Rolfe, one out, couldn't take the mark. Fall of it, they got the numbers. Comes out towards Stoffels. Luke Rowe overran it. Good play there by Wilson for the Buds. Only as far there as Westerman, who kicks the ball back inside 50. 2-on-2. Zurich versus Rolfe. The ball goes over the line out of bounds. There's a bit out of your do going on down there too.
Josh Westerman had a little bit more time than he thought there, and that's that perceived pressure we spoke about in the final, which Rosebud bring, and it's perceived pressure. There was no pressure. He thought there was pressure coming, so he rushed his kick.
David Hurst got a free kick. I'm not sure what it was for, but he's kicked the goal. There was a bit of push and shove off the footy, and the umpires bring it back. So he played on immediately, Buddha Hurst. But the free kick's going down there, I reckon, to Billy Rolfe. I'm not sure what's going on down here.
I've spoken about this a couple of weeks ago, Toby, about the experience of the Somerville players against, Rosebud at the moment. We've talked about body language and how, important it is to be up and about, and the Somerville players do look a bit flat at the moment. They a lot of hands on hips, a lot of heads down, a lot of body language. Just doesn't look too impressed out there at the moment.
There we go. The ball's been reversed. The umpire talking to David Hurst. So they were having a shot at goal, and then there was a reverse, and now they've just kicked the ball inside. Billy Rolfe's just upended somebody. So there's a bit going on here as Westerman sets sail, and he kicks the goal, engages the crowd, and the Eagles kick the first one as Ben Crowe gets up and about. 4 goals, 3, 27 to 7-3, 45. That is on the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. You like that one, Ben?
I got caught up in the atmosphere then, Toby.
Sitting there, we're a neutral commentators up here, and I don't think we are, actually. We've got Benny Crowe sitting next to me, and he's clapping Somerville's goals.
It is.
Look, I've tipped Somerville, but look, the great thing about commentating here up in the Brian Mace grandstand today, guys, is we're in the atmosphere.
Yeah, we are.
Just got caught up in it.
We're right in it as the ball comes out again. Bancroft, he overran it. McGuinness, how many has he had? Not many, I don't think. He's had 5. He needs to get his hand on the footy, Timmy McGuinness. These fellow midfielders, Forrest, Bristow, Bancroft, Bentley, have all had plenty of it. So the ball's in the centre of the ground here at Car Street. Can Somerville kick 2 in a row? Ball comes down towards Speedy. He hasn't had much of it either. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Hogan Burke needs to go. Back of the pack there. Good play, Daniel Wilson. He's under some pressure. He's got Boswell out wide. The old 1-2 to Wilson was nice. Left foot kick wasn't great. Went out of bounds on the full, and Billy Rolfe will take the free kick.
Timmy McGuinness is getting a heavy tag. I'd like to see someone like Lee Stewart go up to Bancroft and give him a bit of a chop out. They're just... Timmy McGuinness is a gun player, but he can't, he needs some help from his fellow midfielders in there.
Yeah, he does. They need to start banging in. Bit of blocking going on. Ball comes up towards inside 50 now. Rosebud just wanted the footy more so. There's a player down as he grabbed hold of his knee down there. It's Dale Stevens kicked the ball out. Westerman went back with a fly to the ball. That was great courage. Going harder too there was Cade Williams for the Buds. Ball's at half back. Spooner got legged. Umpire said nothing in it. No, he did. He saw it and said free kick going down there towards the Buds. Kick inside, Bancroft. Running there is Dale Stevens. Took a bounce through the centre of the ground. Too easy. Kicked it inside 50. Screaming out there was Bentley. Stoffels, he overran it. Colley, he gets tackled. Good play there by Baker. Going hard at the ball was Stoffels again. Forrest ducked his head. Got tackled. Umpire says ball held to him. And there'll be a ball up about 40 metres out directly in front.
2 Somerville players down. Adrian Speedy's coming off the ground now. Looks like he's limping. Looks like it might be
ankle
maybe. And Josh Colley was struggling to get up there. And I know he had some hip issues during the week and missed last week. Maybe he looks a little sore.
Can't take sore players into finals. I don't care what anyone says. Not local finals. As Timmy McGuinness trying to exert his authority. Kicks the ball up towards the centre of the ground. But there's Ben Dwyer again. Took an uncontested mark for the Buds. He wants to move the ball quickly, does so now, goes inside 50, where's Bentley? He's not there, Keegan Downey. Ball comes down, Timmy Hurst just handballed it to no one, he prayed. Jacob Wilson gives it to Sutton, kick around the corner, the Rosebud pressure is relentless, and Keegan Downey takes the mark, about 48 metres out from goal.
I think it's time, boys. I think it's time for that B plan we were talking about before the game. Buddha Hurst has to change something here. He has to, because the game's just going to slip away from Somerville if they don't change something up.
A lot of playing coaches at these situations, if they are midfielders and they're playing forward, tend to put themselves on the ball just to try and create something. Maybe David Hurst needs to put himself on the ball to try and spark the side up.
Yeah, good point. The great Troy Schwartz, that's what he used to do.
He was the master at it, and out here on grand final day, 3/4 time, you know what's going to happen? Troy Schwartz goes on the ball and wins us the game.
So the ball comes out from Jacob Wilson. The downy kick went for a behind. He couldn't get a jump of it there. Simpson, body language wasn't great. Second effort wasn't there. He didn't run at it. Comes out to Jed Sutton. Kicks the ball up the line. Luke Rowe has had a tough time. Good play there from Matt Baker. Killed that contest. The ball goes over the line out of bounds. Boswell just upending Hoganberg. Will have a crack at him now.
And this is what we spoke about too. Hoganberg and David Hurst are both down deep forward. The footy's not going there. And they're two exceptional footballers for Summy Footy Club. They've got to get involved.
Kel Dixon hasn't had a lot of it either. Kick inside was nice. There's Bravo. What can he do? Kicks it inside to Tommy Shaw. Takes the mark. Too far out to score. Wants to give it off. Thought about it. There to Bravo. He needs something. He's about 55 metres out. Goes to the top of the square. Where's Hoganberg? He's not there. Rowe at the fore. The ball. Dill Ryan. Free kick going Rosebud's way. And it'll go down there towards Boswell, who plays on immediately. Runs out wide. Kicks the ball to the members' side of the ground. Out pointed there was Armstrong. Goes up towards the ring position. Forrest was happy to see the ball over the line and out of bounds.
Boswell's up to his old tricks, boys. He's starting to get under the skin of Hoganberg, I think. Hoganberg's starting to throw away a couple of stupid free kicks, and I'm sure Nick Boswell will be pretty happy with that outcome at the moment.
He's being very disciplined, is Boswell, because they're after him. There's no doubt about that. Simpson, third man up, comes there towards Jed Sutton. Can he get his foot to it? He can. Seb Kremich there, though, across half-back, and here he is again, Boswell. He's going to get caught. He's well tackled there. He just waltzed out of half-back, and Bravo gets stuck into him a little bit as well. So we don't see that often, or we certainly haven't this year seen that very often. Boswell getting tackled. He was well tackled. Allsop, we haven't seen much of him this afternoon either. So Stoffel's telling him to hurry up and kick it. Gets kicked inside. Couldn't take the mark. That was Dill Ryan. Again, Rosebud able to work it out. Good tackle here. Intensity just lifting. Hoganberg got one around the chops. The umpire said nothing there. And there'll be a free kick. And there's Brad McDonald. He went in hard then. And Simpson saw it. Didn't like what he saw.
It has lifted, boys, the intensity, the effort. It's up and a bit. We're up and about here, 10 minutes into the second quarter, and both teams are having a crack.
Well, someone will need to bring it. Good play there by Simpson. Comes down there towards Kel Dixon. Handball out wide to Hoganberg. Kicks it inside. Going up there is Bravo. Takes the mark. So Bravo will have a shot for goal from about 49 metres out. To say that the Eagles need this one's a bit of an understatement. They trail by 19 points on the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard.
I was watching Travis Bravo in the first quarter, and I felt like he was one of those players that was a little bit flat, but he certainly lifted his intensity in this second quarter.
It's a grand final, isn't it, Crowie? There's no tomorrow. You don't get in these situations very often.
And that's where your leaders need to stand up, Toey. They need to be out there into their players, just telling them, boys, there's no tomorrow. You've just got to grind and grind. You can't leave this for the third quarter, the fourth quarter to give it all. You should be going from the first bounce and being absolutely spent. When that final sign goes, you've got to be able to walk off this ground while not even being able to walk off. You should be absolutely struggling. And at the moment, I think a few players are just looking after themselves a bit at the moment.
Ball comes up towards the wing position. Sedgwick again there on. Lockie Armstrong's over to kill the contest. Ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Wing position. Members side of the ground here at Carr Street. Sereno kicking, Somerville kicking towards the Carr Street end. I've done it again, Josh Moore. Rosebud kicking towards the Bay end. Ball comes back into play. Westerman fresh aired it. Stevens trying to get a handball out. Westerman goes again, goes off the deck. Butterhurst has got 3 to beat. No one's there. Where are they all? Ball comes down there towards Wilson now. This left foot kicks a nice one. Sedgwick's coming. Gets a big punch on it. Good play also for the ball. They've got to hang on to it. Here's Somerville. They don't have any numbers inside. He's got to work. Tommy Shaw, he did. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
Got to love the way that Ben Sedgwick plays. Yep. I reckon he's done 5. He hasn't had that many kicks today. He's had 5 big spoils, not just spoils, but they've gained momentum for his team.
So the umpire to bring the ball back into play. Outer side of the ground here at the Carr Street Oval, half forward line. Good play there by Farrell. His second effort was good. He gets ridden into the ground, or
that's
a free
better.
kick for Holt too high. He gave backwards straight away to Hoganberg. Kick inside was a shocker. Going back with a fly to the ball, easy if you like, is Dale Stevens. Handballs off to Boswell. Runs to defensive 50. Kicks the ball up towards Stoffels on the wing. Turnover could be costly here. Up towards Downey, who took the mark at half forward. He's got plenty of players running for him now. Baker's one of them. He stops, props, kicks the ball inside 50. One out, Spooner. Couldn't take the mark. Todd Farrelly comes out, bounces off a couple, goes in short. He's got some numbers out here on the outer side of the ground. It's Allsop. Takes the ball, runs to defensive 50. Timmy McGuinness starting to get his hands on it now. Takes the mark on the wing position. Outer side of the ground. Short chip was nice. Found Tommy Shaw. He goes long now. It's Luke Rowe. He's got a couple to beat. But what a wonderful kick. You heard Josh Moore, the right coach, and you wouldn't mind leading at that one, Betty Crow.
Great use by Tommy Shaw. You look at it a lot of times as forwards where you can lead to where you want the kick to go, and Lukey Rowe wasn't really in a position to go. He moved his body out there. Tommy Shaw put the kick where he wanted him to lead, and Lukey Rowe's gone there. Great footy.
So Luke Rowe, he's had a tough time of it. He's had Matt Baker on his hammer all afternoon. This one to reduce the margin. It's now at 18 points. This would bring it back to 12, and Somerville all of a sudden are back in the contest. Their intensity is certainly lifted. Luke Rowe kicks the goal from 50, and the Eagles are back in it here in the 2015 Nepean League Grand Final. 5-4-34 Rosebud, 7-4-46. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Promo Corp Australia, your one-stop shop for organisations investing in their corporate image. Whether it's uniforms, workwear or promotional merchandise, whether you're a sports club, a large corporate or a one-man band, we have every solution to meet your needs. What's more, we do everything in-house. So with our own graphics team, our every state-of-the-art form of printing at our disposal, why would you go anywhere else? We embroider, we screen print, DTG print, sublimate, we even make stubbies. We are that confident of our super quick service that if we don't deliver in 10 days, it's free. Conditions apply. Visit us at www.promocorp.com.au or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. A station sponsor.
So Rosebud somehow just worked the ball out of the centre, goes to Dwyer. Dwyer's got the ball at 50, kicks the ball inside. Downey versus Wilson. Great play there by Wilson. Took the mark, kicks the ball out towards the outer side of the ground. Lee Stewart trying to get under it. Takes the ball now. Handball off to Westerman. Kicks the ball up the line. Good play there by Simpson. Grabs the ball on the wing. Kicks the ball inside again to Rowe, who took the mark. No, he was robbed of it there by Bravo. Umpire said play on. Boswell comes screaming out from half-back. Bancroft's got it now. It's now Spooner who's got it on the wing position. Kicks the ball up towards the 50. McDonald comes out. Couldn't take the mark. Hurst. That's Tim. Handballed it to no one. Ball comes out towards Luke Colley. Umpire's found a free kick. I think it's going to go to Tim Hurst.
Game's starting to open up a bit, guys. They're starting to come through the corridor with no pressure on them.
And that's going to suit Summy.
So Timmy Hurst goes out wide, finds Jed Sutton. So Sutton's got the ball at half-back. He likes what he sees up ahead. Hogenberg comes out, needed to take that mark, did. Got on his bike, ran to half forward. Wasn't a great kick. Shaw versus Boswell. Shaw got it. Handball to Allsop. Back over to Shaw. He's got some space. Runs to 50. Unloads with a big bomb. Bravo in the square. Shepherded it through. The Eagles. Tommy Shaw, great play. Good use of the footy there from the Eagles, and it's back to 6 points at the 16-minute mark of the second quarter.
You said it, Crow. The game's starting to open up a little bit. Without a doubt, it's going to suit Somerville. But I'm really impressed with Tommy Shaw's game today, boys. I reckon he's been an absolute standout. We talk about pressure and effort, and he has brought the pressure and effort for the entire game, 16 minutes into the second quarter.
So we're back in the centre of the ground again. Simpson up against Dwyer. This time it was Simpson. His second effort was good too at ground level. Westerman got besieged upon. Umpire said no free kick there. So the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. Somerville 6 goals, 440. Rosebud 7, 446. Rosebud have kicked the 1 goal in this quarter. Somerville have kicked 3. Including the last 2. Comes down towards Sutton, who kicks the ball up towards half forward again. Hogenberg versus Baker. Hogenberg got one in the back. Umpire said nothing there. Good play, Stevens. Handball comes out there towards Spooner. Very well tackled there by Simpson again. Right foot kick. Goes up towards inside 50. Tommy Shaw need to keep his feet. Fell over. Allowed Davidge to kick the ball up towards the wing or the half back line. The handball comes out. Shaw's got it again for Somerville. He unloads from 50. He's kicked it to the square. Bravo! No! Almost took it. Came over the back and the ball spilled out of his hand through for a minor score, so the Buds bring it straight back into play. Stoffels has got the ball. Handball off went to Jarman. Bravo after him. Kick wasn't great. Oh, Colley, he couldn't take the mark. Good kick inside from Timmy Hurst. Found Billy Rolfe. And Crimmage decks him after he took the mark. The umpire said nothing in it. And Billy Rolfe will have a shot from goal for about 50 metres out, and the Eagles are back in town.
One thing you'll notice about Somerville, they've done probably well I think Travis Bravo started it with that tackle on Boswell, where it came from about 30 metres off the footy to run him down. A lot of Somerville pressure from behind now is not allowing Rosebud to carry the football outside of their defensive half.
So Billy Rolfe unloads from 50. He's pushed it across the face. No, there's a mark to Tommy Shaw, I reckon, on the line. No, umpire said my ball. Through for a minor score. So on the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard, 6-6 to 7 goals 4. It's 4 points the difference. As Stevens takes a bounce, running from half-back, kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Collie, he needed the ball to sit for him, it didn't. Stoffels has been good. Kicks the ball up towards half-forward. Great tackle on Bristow came from there. Kel Dixon should have been rewarded with a free kick, and he wasn't. Umpire said ball was held to him.
Rob Forrest has gone very quiet this quarter, boys. How many has he had, Vossi? One possession for the quarter.
Bentley hasn't touched it in this second quarter. We've played 18 and a half minutes. Farrelly got his hands on the footy. Comes to Westerman. Well tackled there by Bentley. Umpire said free kick against that player, Greg Bentley. And Josh Westerman will take the free kick at half-back.
And just on that fact, Josh Westerman is the one that's playing on Rob Forrest. So Rob Forrest has had one possession, and Josh Westerman's actually getting his hands on the ball. He's probably had 6 himself this quarter.
So Westerman's got the ball at half-back. There's not a lot of movement for him. Ball goes out there towards Billy Rolfe, takes the mark. So he's touching up Cremich at the moment. Billy Rolfe just laughing at him. He lowered his colours to him last time they played, but he's certainly on top of him this afternoon. So Billy Rolfe, wing position, outer side of the ground. Sedgwick has gone forward, comes down there towards Josh Colley. Handball out to Jed Sutton, runs to about 55, goes inside. Oh, Hurst chipped in and took the mark. So it looked like Luke Rowe was going to take it, but Hurst somehow just chipped in and took the mark. Free kick to Luke Rowe. Holding off, I reckon, against Chris Zurich. Luke Rowe's already kicked 1 goal this afternoon.
And footy, guys, is so much more a mental game as well as a physical game. You know, we're seeing there Billy Rolfe's just taking a couple of grabs on Greenwich. It's important that I've found in my experience that you start letting your defenders know how you're travelling as well. You know, if you start getting into opposition sides and start, you know, when the momentum's up, you start really starting attacking a side verbally as well. It can eat away at their heads as well. What do you reckon, Maury?
That's not like you, Coley. Are you from Somerville, Coley? You boys love having a chatty on the ground.
So Luke Rowe from about 50 starts at left, wants it to bend back. It bends back and the Eagles are in front. Somerville lead the 2015 Nepean League Grand Final. Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard 7 goals 6-48. They lead by 2 points 7-4-46. 20 and a half gone second quarter.
You called that, Maury, about Luke Rowe, that you said that you were going to be very impressed with him today.
Yeah, I like him. I reckon he's a really good player, and he's got that big thing in football called confidence. He's got a little bit of confidence. He's taken a couple of grabs, and he's looking ominous up there.
How good has Scott Simpson been? He's laid 3 or 4 massive tackles.
I reckon 6 or 7, Joey, to be honest.
I think you're probably right. Josh Colley looked really sore moments ago, but he's been up and about. Farrelly, he got his fist to it, but he just couldn't get any purchase. The ball goes up towards the wing position, crashing in there. Great tackle there it was by McDonald. Bravo grabbed the footy and went at him, and McDonald said, "You want to do that, sunshine? I'll body slam you into the turf," and he did. So Lee Stewart, I think he's given Bancroft one as well, because Bancroft talking to the umpire saying, "Did you see that?" As the ball goes up towards Billy Rolfe on the members' wing. This time it's Cremich. Gave a handball off. There's to Downey. Goes up the line. Finds a teammate there in Brad McDonald. They need to respond here, the Buds. Go inside 50. Kel Dixon goes back with a flight of it. There's a free kick off the ball against Tom Baker. And Todd Farrell takes the free kick. He's got Lee Stewart out wide. They've got to get to him. Over the back there came Spooner. So was Davidge. Justin Farrelly attacked the footy, well tackled there by Stoffels, and the ball will end up in the umpire's hands. Half forward for Rosebud, kicking towards the bay end. They trail 46-48. The Eagles have worked their way back into this contest. Off the deck went Sutton. Besieged upon there was Westerman, and the umpire says gives the footy back to me.
Nick Jules made the move with putting Keegan Downey down back for Rosebud, so he's gone to Tom Shaw.
Did that in the second semi too, Maury.
Yep.
So up they go again. This time it's Farrelly. Well shark. There's a free kick. It's going to Somerville. It's going to Lee Stewart off the footy. So Stewie's got the ball. Defensive 50, outer side of the ground for the Eagles. Goes short, finds Sutton. He's starting to get his hands on the footy now, Jed. Sutton goes to Luke Colley. Love the way he disposes the footy usually, and he was terrible on that occasion.
On him.
Kicked it straight down the throat of Ryan Spooner, who goes in short. Bancroft takes it. Centre of the ground here at Carr Street. Kicks the ball inside 50. Baker Farrelly one out. Good play there by Farrelly. Took the front position. Should have been paid the mark. Stewart gave it to Sutton. They work the ball out now through McGuinness. Goes in towards the centre of the ground. Tommy Shaw went with the one hand. He's got the ball now. Handball out wide. Went there towards Cal Dixon. Spooner. There's Shaw. Second effort was terrific. Needs to go off the ground again. Got pushed in the back. Umpire said no. Hurst has got a couple to beat. And they seem to just waltz through there pretty easy then, the Eagles. Tommy Shaw's footwork was outstanding. We know that he's one of Ben Crow's favourites. Ball comes out. He's Shaw again. Handball backwards. The look away. It was a bit cute. So they're able to respond here. Rosebud through Bristow. Up towards the wing position. Should have punched you right there, Josh. Comes to Sedgwick. Handball to Westerman. So Westerman's got the ball now at half forward. Goes in short. Needs McGuinness. Oh, he dropped what he should have taken. Allows Wilson. Comes to Downey. Kicks the ball out towards the wing position. Out of member side of the ground. And the ball takes one bounce and goes over and out.
They look a little bit rattled, Rose, but they just need to get their hands on the ball, slow it down, just get the ball in the possession of their better players, Brentley, Bristow and Forrest. They just need to get their hands on the ball.
So outer side of the ground, they look a little flat-footed at the moment, Rosebud, as the ball comes back into play. Farrelly again takes the ball, gave it there to Dixon. He can sell some candy. He does, kicks it up there towards Billy Rolfe, and he's got the ball again. Goes inside to Stewart. Stewart kicks the ball up the line. There's Luke Rowe. Can he trap it? He does. He gave it out to Shaw. They're inside 50 here. Does the ball sit for Shaw? No, it doesn't. Great tackling there from the Somerville forwards to lock that ball inside. And the umpire will come in and bounce. 24 and a half gone, second quarter. Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. Somerville 7 goals, 6:48. Rosebud 7 goals, 4:46. Travis Bravo, third man up. Jed Sutton, can the ball sit? It does. Goes a little handball off McGuinness. Shot for goal. Goes in. Oh, he's hit the woodwork, through for a point. So went for the drop punt there. Was Timmy McGuinness. The Buds want to bring the ball back into play quickly. They do. Jason Bristow, outer side of the ground. Goes in short, looking for Bentley. There's Sedgwick again. Good tackle there on Hoganberg. Was Hoganberg. Goes to Bentley. Bentley gives it to Spooner. Dixon now. Can he get the ball out? He does to McGuinness. Kicks the ball up. Bad disposal there by Tim McGuinness. Straight down the throat of Keegan Downey. Defensive 50 for the Buds. He's got Jarman short if he wants him. Decides to come towards the boundary line. He's got two to beat there. Bristow, he was never going to do that. Good play, Justin Alsop. Kills the contest. Ball goes over the line out of bounds.
On that kick there by Timmy McGuinness, just turned the footy over. He had three of his other teammates on the spread there. They just need to be a bit better, Somerville, out of traffic like that. They're not under as much pressure as they probably thought.
Timmy McGuinness, he can make up for it here. He sets sail for goal from about 50. Luke Rowe running back with the flight of it. And the siren goes to mark half-time in the 2015 Grand Final. And it's Somerville 7. Somebody smack me in the mouth the next time I just almost mentioned that. As the ball's back in the centre of ground again, this time it's Ben Dwyer. He was being terrific in the ruck in the first half. Justin Farrelly worked his way back into the contest late. Ben Crow said at half-time that Farrelly's got to stop worrying about the body and start worrying about the ball. Let's hope that he can start doing that. Gets bustled off that one pretty easy. Ball spills out. Bristow, one step, kicks the ball towards half forward. And there he is again, Jacob Wilson. He's been sensational for them in this final series. He's got the ball at half back, kicks the ball out wide. That was a lovely kick. Found Justin Farrelly, wants to get out onto the right, kicks it up there towards Tommy Shaw, sticks the big jukes up and takes the mark in front of Keegan Downey. So that's the matchup. That's why he's been moved back. Keegan Downey kicks the ball inside. 2-on-1. There's plenty of numbers around the footy here for Rosebud. Bentley gets his hands on the footy early. Kicks the ball to the members' wing. Colley up against a couple. He won out Colley. Gave it to Alsop. Back to Justin Farrelly. Went without it. Jarman picks it up. Gives it off there to Lockie Armstrong. Kick inside Cade Williams. We haven't seen much of him. Gives a little handball over the top to Stoffels. Left foot kick inside 50 was a ripper. And he found Tommy Baker, who takes the mark about 48 metres out on the members' side of the ground, kicking towards the Carr Street end in this second quarter.
Rosebud did that really easy then. They did. Very easy.
They've started with their A grade in the middle. They've put Bentley onto the ball with Bristow and Forrest, and they've put Bancroft on the back flank. So they're trying to win the game. They're going head-to-head trying to win the game, which I like.
So Tommy Baker's kicked 1 goal this afternoon. He did that in the first quarter. Unloads from 50. Hated it the minute it left the boot. He was running straight back into a defensive position the minute the ball left the boot. He kicked it out of bounds on the full, in fact, and Timmy McGuinness will take the free kick. Right, kicks the ball out wide, right in front of the new social rooms. Killed the contest there on Cal Dixon was Stoffels when the ball goes over the line out of bounds. 50 metres around from the Buds goal. 7-4-46 to 7-8-50. 4-point margin in favour of the Eagles. Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. Umpire to bring the ball back into play. It'll be Baker versus Todd Farrelly. Todd Farrelly over the back. Ball spilt to the front. Good tackle there. Was almost held without it, in fact, though, was Greg Bentley. Still trying to work the ball out. It comes out now. Little chip there was nice from Forrest. Allows Jarman to try and run onto it. He couldn't. Cal Dixon was terrific. Put the head down. Ball sits nicely there towards for Josh Colley. Takes a bounce on the outer wing. Kicks the ball up there towards Luke Rowe. Took the mark 1-on-2. Took it nicely. They're trying to move for him now. Tommy Shaw wants it short. Terrible kick there from Luke Rowe. And didn't give Tom Shaw much of an opportunity, who dived to his right slip style. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds. So the umpire to bring the... Sorry.
I was just about to say, there's a bit of Somerville's opening the footy up. They had a little run, got a bit of carry.
Westerman, he won the ball out of the ruck. The umpire didn't give much time for the ball to come out. Rosebud's Keegan Downey was off. But umpire Brett Chard's got the footy. He's umpired a few grand finals in his time, Chardy. Throws the ball back up, 40 metres out from Rosebud's goal. Third man up there was Downey. Ball spills down. McGuinness went without it, allowed Spooner. Kremich, well tackled, holding the ball. There's Westerman. That was a terrific tackle. He's hurt himself, though. He's gone down, and Josh Westerman looks very sore, trying to get up from that.
It's been a real feature of their game today, Somerville, the chase down from behind. Their forwards are really emptying out their forward line, chasing and putting pressure on the Rosebud defenders as they run out.
So Josh Westerman's got it. Cal Dixon wants it. That puts him under the hammer. The umpire said no, let's go back.
He can't kick, so he might as well just go off the ground if he can't kick it.
Oh, he's getting some blood back into the troubled area now. He kicks the ball low and hard, looking for Rowe. Wasn't a great kick. Rob Forrest took the mark. So got plenty of numbers back there, the Buds right now, so there's not a lot for him to kick to up the ground. He decides to go across the face, finds Benny Dwyer, handball off. There was to Boswell or Downey, it might have been. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Hoganberg goes back with it. It was tough stuff there. There's a free kick. It's going there towards Ben Sedgwick, is it? No. McGuinness. He gets the ball now, kicks it up towards Tommy Shaw. Wasn't a great kick again. And McGuinness just a little off at the moment in terms of his disposal. He's had 12 of them, though. So it's at half forward, outer side of the ground here at the Carr Street Oval. Ball comes back into play. Farrelly versus Dwyer in the ruck. Ball spilt down. Boswell went without it. Good play there by Jarman. Just got a little toe poke. Spooner gives one out there towards Bristow, who kicked the ball up towards half forward. Big Baker put his hands up, but good spoil again there from Todd Farrelly. The ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Half forward, outer side of the ground, in front of the Brian Mace grandstand. Ball comes back into play again. Justin Farrelly couldn't win the tap. Dale Stevens at the fall. The ball was good. Left foot kick. Gives Armstrong something to run onto. He was outpointed there in speed, but somehow he got his hands to it. Stoffel's little handball over the top, only as far as Sedgwick. Goes backward there to Kel Dixon. He's got someone out wide. Can Lee Stewart get there? Can he get there? Yes, he does. Puts his head down. Tried to get a handball out. Could have been better on that occasion, Lee. Holds it in now. Gives a handball to Allsop. Good play there by McGuinness. He gave the handball towards Colley. Goes inboard. Finds Westerman, who's got it at half back. Wants 50 metres.
Should have gone then, Westy.
He should have. He's going across the face of goal. There he is in Timmy Hurst. Has got it. Luke Colley moves for him now. So Rosebud defensively good on that occasion. Goes out wide, looking there for Billy Rolfe. They've got the numbers out here, though. Nick Boswell picks the ball up, just dances around, has a bounce. Kicks the ball now in 50. Baker's got a couple to beat, or is it Bentley? It was Bentley. The ball was fisted away. Josh Colley wins it. Kicks the ball up the line. Needs David Hurst. Diving, took a mark. Had to take that one, David Hurst, and gets one. Surely that's 50. Not sure that you're allowed to do that as you're running past. That was against Cade Williams. Goes in short. Finds Jake Wilson. So Jake Wilson's got the ball at half-back. Scott Simpson thought about moving for him. He goes across the face of the goal, opening up the angles.
Got to go.
Gives it there to Timmy Hurst. Very rarely does he go. Does Tim Hurst likes to get back. Gave it there to Justin Alsop. He wants to go short as well. Tommy Shaw makes the move for him. Does so now. He gets on his bike. Plays on. Members wing. Kicks it up there towards Simpson up against Baker. Well done there by Matt Baker. Punched the ball over the line out of bounds. 50 metres around from the Eagles' goal. They lead by 4 points on the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. We've played 7.5 minutes. Neither team has scored in this third quarter. Back into play. Third man up. Bristow again clears the contest. Handballs it out wide only as far as Alsop. What's he got inside? He's got Cal Dixon. Kicks the ball inside 50. Rosebud with plenty of numbers. They need to put pressure on. Luke Rowe was terrific. Handball comes out to Billy Rolfe. Another one. Dill Ryan's got it now. Left foot. Shot at goal. Pushed it across the face. Through for a minor score. But they did well, the Eagles. They were outnumbered and still ended up having a shot on goal. They extend the margin by a single point. 7 goals, 9-51. Rosebud 7-4-46. So Keegan Downey it is, who kicks the ball to himself, goes with the torpedo out wide. Matt Baker, you like in this situation. 1 grab 2. He is up against Tim Hurst and took a mark. So he's got the ball at half-back, out of side of the ground, kicks the ball up the line. They got the numbers here, Summerall. He needed to make more of an impact there, was Cal Dixon. Bristow brought to the ground, held on to with the one hand. Luke Colley goes through. Jake Wilson picks it up now, gives it there towards Tim McGuinness. He wanted it back. Justin Alsop was too cute, too slow. Ball ends up with Stoffels. Kick inside 50, 2-on-1 Hurst. Handball over the top, this time was sensational to Sedgwick. Gives it off there towards Tim McGuinness. Needs to be clean by foot. Kicks it out there towards Billy Rolfe. He was tackled immediately there by Seb Kremich, and the ball is held in or goes over the line out of bounds.
Neither team scored in this quarter, and I'll tell you what, the Somerville backline is really standing up, led by Todd Farrelly and Benny Sedgwick.
Timmy McGuinness has had 5 touches in this third quarter. Westerman goes back, make it 6 as he kicks the ball up the line on the wing position. Kremich tucks the ball under the arm, goes towards Bancroft, tried to be cute. He did well in the end though, because Jarman's got it now at half forward. Inside kick was nice. Cade Williams on his own. Still too far out to score. Goes inside now. Timmy Hurst has got to go. He should have got on his bike and run. He didn't have to because he had Todd Farrelly running outside. He's going to need to go back now to Hurst. What can he do? Goes inside. Nice kick to Tommy Shaw, who's working tirelessly. Takes the mark. Half back line, the Eagles. So the tempo, it's just tempo footy at the moment as the ball goes up towards Simpson. What can he do? He's almost mauled. The umpire said there was no free kick there. Good play there by Hurst. Tom Baker gives a handball off towards Williams. Keegan Downey's got it now on the wing. Just goes long up towards inside 50. Sedgwick with a punch. There's a free kick. There's a fair bit happening off the ball here. Oh, Cade Williams has just given Butterhurst one and another one. Butterhurst has got to just keep his cool in this situation. He's got the free kick. I think the ball will come back, will it? No. So there was a relayed free kick against Somerville, and it's going to go down there towards Greg Bentley.
It's always amazing, Tully, when you see the opposition player get punched in the head and then they don't get a free kick.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it as Greg Bentley unloads from about 50. He's kicked the ball long and strong. It's just gone across the face, though, through for a minor score. So we didn't pick up what happened there. But Todd, certainly David Hurst got a good punch in the mush and didn't get a free kick. Good play there by Simpson. He attacked the footy hard. Good play there by Dill Ryan. He's got Stewart out wide. He goes to Hurst now. He's got the ball on the outer wing. Kicks the ball inside. That's a lovely looking kick. Bravo come out. Needed to keep his feet. At the back of the pack there was Boswell. He's got time to settle. Handball inside. Found Zurich. He's got McDonald. Defensive 50 out of side. Goes towards the wing position. Keegan Downey under it. Couldn't take the mark. Good play, Lee Stewart. He attacked the footy hard. They go after him now. He locks the ball in and the umpire will come in and bounce. So there's a fair bit happening off the ball.
Free kick to Stewart.
It is. He got one in there.
Knee to the head.
He did. Didn't like it much. He's waiting for somebody to run past. He gives it there to Collie, who's just come straight off the interchange bench. Kicks it wide to Simpson, who hasn't had a lot of space today against Baker, but this time he was able to get his out in front and take the mark. Goes in short. That's a lovely kick. Gee, that's a good kick there from the big fella, and he nailed it down the throat there of Adrian Speedy, who came off in the first quarter and couldn't walk.
Oh, he's walking well now. One of the things Somerville have done really well, and probably throughout this game, they're managing to open their forward line up. Like on that situation, then Scotty Simpson's hit up to the contest outside 50. Then he's been able to turn around, and Adrian Speedy's had 30, 40 metres of space that he's able to lead in and get separation on his direct opponent.
So the Eagles lead by 4. Adrian Speedy has kicked a goal this afternoon. He has kicked one goal this afternoon. I reckon it's touched on the line. It is. No, it's not. It's a goal. He's got the journey he liked at the minute he left the boot, and the Eagles move out to a 10-point lead. At the 12.5-minute mark, that's the first goal of the third quarter, and it's Somerville 8 goals, 9-57. Rosebud 7-5-47. The biggest margin in favour of the Eagles for the afternoon.
Maury Towie, I've spoken about it. When does this start creeping into your mind? You've beaten Somerville 3 times this year. If Somerville start getting a bit ahead of them, does Rosebud start getting a bit worried, nervous, arguing with each other, starting to think, geez, we're in a bit of strife?
Yeah, not sure that they'll argue with each other, but they will think they're in a bit of strife as Hoganberg gets his right foot to it, kicks it up there towards half forward, foot race on. Bravo, he's up there against Stevens. He's fleet of foot though, Dale Stevens kicks the ball up towards the half forward line. Greg Bentley wins the footy at half forward. Plays on, kicks the ball inside, up towards inside 50. Oh, should have been a free kick to Bravo. Umpire Brett Chard, nicely done. Can't run at a player. And although Spooner came down with a mark, he ran clear at Travis Bravo. Defensive 50, kicks the ball out wide, looking for Luke Rower up against Tom Baker. Tom Baker was able to cause the spoil, kicks it inside, nice kick it was, found Bristow, who ran the half forward, kicks it inside 50, Timmy McGuinness has got to go, and he did, and he took the mark. Goes in short, needs to be a good kick, it was to Collie, gives him the one out wide there towards Dylan Ryan, kick inside towards Simpson, needed to go and cause the spoil, he did, put his head down there, that was Curtis Corrin, put his teammate under pressure, Stoffels dropped what he should have taken in the centre of the ground for the Buds. Goes out wide, looking for Bentley. He's got it now. Usually pretty good on the left foot. Goes up towards Spooner, who took the mark. About 40 metres out from goal member's side of the ground.
The game's definitely opened right up, hasn't it, Crowie?
Yeah, it has, but to a certain extent it seems a bit flat as well. You know, it's been a really big contest. Both sides are really having to fight hard inside their 50s to get a score, but through the middle of the ground there isn't as much pressure, but down in their attacking 50s they're really struggling to try and get opportunities.
Laziness there from the Eagles allowed Forrest to just run into open space and take the mark, so he's on the same angle, but he's 20 metres closer to goal, so Westerman just let him get away then. Forrest has kicked 2 goals this afternoon already. Both of those came in the opening quarter. So this to reduce the margin back to 4 points. Rob Forrest comes in, needs to kick this goal. He's pushed it across the face. Pack flies. Bentley wants it. He's going to kick the goal. Bentley, no. Left foot snap. He pushed it across the face, through for a minor score. So it's down to 9 points the difference. 7 goals. 7.49 to 8 goals, 9.57. I reckon you might be right, Michael Voss. Just saying that he doesn't think that Rosebud have kicked a goal. Oh, Bravo's got himself into a world of pain here. He needs some support. Collie, he needs to rush it. He does.
That was a junkyard.
It was. Yeah. The junkyard dog, Wilson, just got himself into a bit of trouble there. Tripped over his own shoelaces. Ball comes back into play. Tommy Shaw, geez, I've loved his game. Oh, he gets pulled down after he marks it. So the umpire's not letting, or certainly allowing players to apply some body contact after winning possession of the footy. Tommy Shaw's got the ball. Billy Rolfe leads for him now. He doesn't want that. He's got the ball on the defensive 50, outer side of the ground. He'll go up the line. Simpson, he'll be looking for him. He couldn't take the mark. He was able to nudge the spot. Geez, that was nice there by Justin Alsop. Goes towards Timmy McGuinness, who again has just coughed up a possession. He had no pressure on him then, McGuinness, and the ball goes over the line and trickles out of bounds.
He's probably let himself a bit down by foot today, Timmy McGuinness, I reckon.
He's had it 18 times, but the ball comes back into play again, half forward. Good tap work, comes down towards Westerman. Kicks the ball towards full forward. Standing there, Zurich takes the mark. So he took an uncontested mark in the defensive goal square. Ball comes out wide. Corrin bears that pressure, perceived pressure. Billy Rolfe, he wants the ball out of bounds. He gets it. So the young fella there, Curtis Corrin, the 19-year-old, dropped the mark he should have taken. Getting it overcast here. The wind just starting to pick up slightly towards the Carr Street end. Ball comes in. Attacking the footy there was Ryan Spooner, the skipper, trying to lift his team. Ball goes up towards the wing position. Luke Colley, he gets the ball out. Good tackle on him there. Comes out towards Armstrong. He's got the ball on the wing. Going back with a fly to the ball. Had it every day of the week. Keegan Downey, who spent some time in defence. He's now shifted forward and he takes the mark.
Pivotal goal this for Keegan. He needs to kick this to keep Rosebud, to build that momentum. He's really got to celebrate this goal.
So Keegan Downey, it's been a while since they've kicked a goal. Comes in, Keegan Downey, he sprayed it. He needed to kick that one for the Buds. I think Michael Voss was right. I reckon it was about the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. They responded to a Somerville goal. They have not kicked one since. So struggling to hit the scoreboard at the moment, the Buds. So we're just waiting for the footy to come back into play. I reckon somebody stopped in the car and just pocketed it.
How many here today spectating, do you reckon, guys?
A lot.
Less than last year.
He might be less than last year. I reckon you might be right. As the ball comes back into play, Farrelly, he went for the mark, couldn't take it. Lee Stewart dives over the top of it. Lockie Armstrong tries to take off with it. Jed Sutton pickpockets him. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Travis Bravo comes out. Does the ball sit for Zurich? It does. He did well then, Zurich. He wants the boundary line and he gets it. Wing position, outer side of the ground. It's the Eagles. Somerville, 8 goals, 9-57. Rosebud, 7-8, 57 points the difference. 18 and a half gone third quarter.
Just get the feeling that the next goal is absolutely crucial. If Rosebud can get it, they're right back in the game. But if somebody can get it, just gives them a bit of breathing space.
Ball comes down again. Tim McGuinness went with it. Oh, geez, he got one around the neck there. Was the big ruckman, Justin Farrelly. Umpire said nothing in it. And he'll take the ball, the man in yellow, in the centre of the ground here at Carr Street Oval. Whilst it mightn't be a crowd that was as big as last year, it's a bloody big crowd all the same. There's plenty around. The ball, they're just waiting for something to happen. We're just waiting for a bit of magic, a bit of spark, because we've lost it in this third quarter. We've played 19 minutes and the atmosphere is really, really lull at the moment. So the umpire throws the ball up again. Farrelly, that was better. Just held off with the one Duke. McDonald tries to charge his way through. Allsop gets the ball onto the boot. Goes out towards Billy Rolfe. Attacked it and then let it go. Ball spills over the back. Boswell, he was able to get rid of Kel Dixon. Then he tucked the footy under the arm. Left foot kick. Finds Bristow. He's got a heap of space in front of him. Kicks the ball up the line. Keegan Downey. The kick was beautiful and allowed Downey to take the mark about 48 out from goal.
He's looked a lot more dangerous up forward today, Keegan, so I think Nick Jaw should persist with him up forward. Just needs to finish off with a goal.
So he'll kick from 50. He sprayed the last one. He did kick a goal in the first quarter. Keegan Downey. This will lift the Buds. It'll be a point the difference if he can nail it. Comes in, kicks from 49.
Looks good off the
this
boot.
one is a ripper. Kicks the goal and the Buds are back in town. 8-8-56. Rosebud. Somerville, 8 goals, 9-57. That is on the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
If you're sick of pokies at plastic pubs, try the Heritage Tavern at Balnowring. A quaint, comfortable 1930s house on 2 acres of gardens with great live music every Sunday. It's even family friendly. And of course they do functions, from casual to weddings. But that's not the best bit. It's the quality meals at great prices every day. Not to mention a great range of local wine, local beer and local cider. Head down to the Heritage Tavern in Balnowring. It's about as local as you can get.
Station sponsor.
Ball goes up to half forward. It's a point the difference in the 2015 Nepean League Grand Final. Tommy Shaw comes out and takes the mark. Nice pass there. It was good work out of the centre of the ground from Jed Sutton, who found Josh Colley. Kicked it down the throat of David Hurst, who's then moved it on to Tommy Shaw, and he'll have a shot for goal. Shaw, he's already kicked one this afternoon. This to respond. It'll be a good comeback for the Eagles if they can get one back the minute Rosebud have scored a goal. He'll kick from about 35 metres, starts it left, wants it to bend back, and he kicks it. So the response comes there from Tommy Shaw, and whilst it took us 20 minutes to get one goal in the third quarter, there's 2 in a minute. 1 to either side, and Tommy Shaw kicks his second goal of the afternoon.
Just looking across the ground to my good mate Nick Jewell, he's normally pretty cool, calm and collected, but he's throwing his arms around, he's walking up and down, he's pacing up and down. You can just get that sense that he's not happy with how his boys are going. So it's up to the leaders from Rosebud to really stand up now and get the game on their terms.
So Scotty Simpson's been moved into the ruck. Jed Sutton's in there. So is Lee Stewart, Westerman versus Forrest, Davidge, Bancroft, Spooner. So plenty of talent in there. As the ball goes up again, Simpson, he won the tap, but it wasn't decisive. Forrest just tries to work. He's got Westerman hot on his hammer. Good play there by Davidge. Got the ball back to Bancroft. Bangers now on the left foot, goes up towards half forward. Great play there by Todd Farrelly. He came storming out. Terrific tackle there on Lockie Armstrong. Umpire said no free kick. Justin Allsop wins it. Members wing. Kicks the ball up the line. Couldn't take the mark. Hogenberg. Tommy Shaw at the fall of the ball. Gets tackled. Didn't have it. Still trying to get hold of it. The umpire says give it to me. It went over the line and out of bounds. So Boswell now on Tom Shaw. Don't often see Boswell going to a player and being having to stop a player. Good play there by Lee Stewart. Held on to there was Billy Rolfe. Gets one around the midriff. The umpire said that wasn't going anywhere. Good play there by Seb Crimmich. And the umpire will throw the ball up about 35 metres out from the Eagles' goal. They lead by 7 points. Ball spills down. Trying to crash his way through there. We'll pick that up in a minute. But it was well tackled down there. That was Seb Crimmich again, so he's doing a lot of defensive work down there. 9-9-63 plays 8-8-56, 7 points the difference. It was Josh Westerman who went crashing through but was well tackled. He's looking sore, Westerman. He's done a power of work this afternoon. Davidge versus Simpson in the ruck. Good play there by Simpson. Ball spilt down. Ball comes out, taking an uncontested mark there, though, is Rowan Hogenberg. So he takes the mark at half forward. Too far out to score. Plenty of numbers. He kicks the ball to the top of the square. They need a fly. Bravo flew. Couldn't take the mark. For the ball. Off the ground. Went from Hurst, but it was punched through. Good play on the last line of defence there. Came from Spooner, the Rosebud skipper. And he'll kick the ball back into play. 9-10-64 plays 8-8-56. 8 points the difference. 24 minutes gone into the third quarter. It's the Eagles who lead. Matt Baker's got the ball out of side of the ground. Defensive 50. Plays on. Kicks the ball up the line. Good play there by Farrelly again, although the umpire said he was held onto there was Lockie Armstrong, and he'll take the free kick at half back. Needs to move the ball quickly. The Buds need to kick one before three-quarter time. There won't be a lot of time on in this quarter, you wouldn't suspect. Hogenberg needs to fly. Luke Rowe, 1, 2, 3. Umpire said no. Hogenberg's in some trouble there. Comes down towards Dylan Ryan. He's happy to take that hit and happy to bring the ball to ground. Well done by Reece Bancroft. And the ball is on the outer wing position, right in front of our commentary position here on RPPFM. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast this afternoon. 8 points the difference. 2015 Grand Final. Ball goes towards the boundary line and it rolls over. So the umpire will throw the ball back into play. Justin Farrelly comes on. Simpson, well-earned rest. Davidge in the ruck for Rosebud. Ball comes back into play. Farrelly was able to tap the ball down. Bristow, he just picked the ball up, gave it to Bentley, kicks it inside 50. Hogenberg goes back and takes the mark inside defensive 50 now. Plays on, wants to go short. It's got to be a good kick. It is to Tim McGuinness, takes the mark on the wing position. He wants to move the ball quickly, does so now. Kicks the ball out to Tommy Shaw. Geez, that was a good kick. We've been critical a couple of times of Timmy McGuinness this afternoon, but that was perfect. Running inside now. David Hurst couldn't take the mark. Back of the pack. That was Seb Crimmage. Left foot, kicks the ball up and under. Tommy Shaw needed to center it and did so nicely. Good play there by Bristow. Grabbed it, cop one high. Plays on immediately. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Baker's got the sit. Couldn't take the mark. Tom Farrelly's second effort was terrific. Timmy Hurst put his head down. Went towards the boundary line. Luke Colley wants it over and sees it. And the umpire will throw the ball back into play. Half forward line for the Buds. Members side of the ground. Kicking towards the Carr Street end in this third quarter. 9:10:64. Somerville leading Rosebud 8:56. That is on the Rye Community Bank scoreboard. Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard, in fact. At Rye, at Rosebud, at Dramana, just about everywhere all over the peninsula. Great supporters of local footy as Timmy McGuinness has the footy again at half back. Wants to go up the line and up and under. He'll be hoping for a big grab there from Tommy Shaw. Couldn't take it. Boswell flew and took a ripper. It was a nice mark there by Nick. He's got the ball at half back. It's been played between the arcs, hasn't it, in this quarter, gentlemen, as the ball goes up there towards half forward. Tommy Baker, he was forced under the footy, but he took the mark. Gave it off there towards Brad McDonald. Left foot kick inside was a shocker. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds and they rip into him out there now. He loves all that, though, Brad McDonald. He'll love that every day of the week. And the emergency umpire comes screaming out as well. As Summel have got the footy now. Little short pass was nice to Dill Ryan. That came from Cal Dixon. They're just holding the footy up. Billy Rolfe wants it. They're going to have to go up the line now. He does so now. Kicks the ball in. That's a terrible kick. Wasn't a good kick at all. Ball spills out though. David Hurst somehow picks up the footy. Got one high. Umpire said yes, it was there. So I'm not sure on that occasion what Daniel Wilson was doing. He's sore. He's got up very sore from that. Oh! Ball comes inside now. Siren goes to mark 3/4 time in the 2000.
And Toddy Farrelly's done the job today.
Here we go for the last quarter. Up they go. Scott Simpson wins the ball. He's in the ruck. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Out comes Tommy Shaw. Couldn't take the mark. There's a free kick. It's going to Billy Rolfe. He was held onto. And he's got the ball at 50. Kicks the ball inside 50 now. Tommy Shaw goes back with it. Couldn't take it. Allsop at the fall of the ball. Right foot snap around the corner. And the Eagles draw first blood in the all-important final term. It took them 28 seconds. And they now lead by 14 points.
You couldn't have asked for a better start from Summy, but boys, I guarantee you one thing, Rosebud will come. They will come, so they can't get too cocky and confident, Summy. They've got to keep playing the footy they've been going. I know they're 13 points up and it's a fair break, but I tell you what, they're going to come, Rosebud, so Summy just have to keep playing the footy they've been playing and don't get ahead of themselves.
Got to kick another 2 to 3, Somerville, if they really think they're going to win this. The margin at the moment isn't good enough.
10-10-70. It's their biggest margin for the afternoon, though. Rosebud led by 18 points in the second quarter. So they've been able to turn around a 32-point turnaround since that 10-minute mark of the second quarter. So there's a bit happening off the ball still. Simpson goes up again. Lee Stewart tries to grab it. Going through hard there. There's a free kick. It's going to Rosebud and it's going there towards Greg Bentley. So he'll be trying to will his side over the line here, Bentley. He's got the ball in the centre of the ground. Goes towards half forward. Down he came out. Crashing through there. It was great play there by Bravo for Somerville. Kicks the ball up towards the centre of the ground. For the ball there was Brad McDonald. Kicks the ball long. Couldn't take the mark there. Simpson tapped it in front of himself. He'll want the points. And he taps it there. Oh, the last little chop came there from Keegan Downey or Lockie Armstrong, one of the two. But it rolled through for a minor score. It was Armstrong. So it'll be Jacob Wilson to bring the ball back into play at fullback. 8-9-57 plays 10-10-70. That's on the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. Ball comes out up there towards Billy Rolfe. Happy to see the ball over the line out of bounds. Outer side of the ground, half forward line for the Buds. They trail by 13 points.
Massive move by Nick Jewell to put Rob Forrest on the back flank.
So the ball comes back into play. Trying to look for some drive from there. Simpson, he went without it. McDonald to claim there by Luke Colley. The umpire will come in and bounce. So we're about 60 metres around from the Rosebud goal. Umpire Brett Charb with the ball in his hand. 2.5 gone. Final quarter. Simpson in ruck up against Dwyer. Hogan Burke grabbed it, kicks the ball long, looking for Luke Rowe. Come out and took the mark there in front of Matt Baker. So he wants some runners inside. He needs to go long. He does so now. Goes up there towards Tommy Shaw. Well worked there by Boswell. Took the mark. Defensive 50. Goes to the centre of the ground. 2-on-1. Good play there by Bristow. His recovery was sensational. The ball hits the deck now and the umpire will come in and bounce. So good play there by Nick Boswell. A 1-on-1 with Tommy Shaw. Hasn't been beaten very often today, Shaw, and he was on that occasion. So back in the centre of the ground again. Simpson won the tap. Comes down there towards Lee Stewart. Goes out wide. Dale Stevens. He's got a clean pair of heels, Stevens. He's shown that on a number of occasions today. Good play there by Rowe to keep the ball in. Matt Baker goes to ground. Allows Luke Rowe to get it. Kicks it to the top of the square. Tommy Shaw's got his name written all over it. Couldn't take the mark. There he is again. Boswell just waltzes around 3 or 4. Defensive 50. Kicked it up the line. Was a ripper. And he kicked it down the throat there of Spooner. Gave it off to Jarman. Jarman kicks it up towards the 50-metre line. Members' side of the ground. There's a free kick. It's going against Bravo. And a relay free kick. And the Buds will have a shot on goal. Lockie Armstrong will take it. He doesn't realise it's been a relayed free kick down the ground. So Lockie Armstrong will have a shot for goal from about 50 metres. So it was against Travis Bravo. Stevens wants it squared up. So Rosebud need this one. We've played 4.5 minutes into the final quarter. They trail by 13 points. Lockie Armstrong has kicked a goal this afternoon. He kicks from 55. He won't get the journey. The pack are going to fly. Good play there by Scott Simpson. He killed it. And he tapped it over the line and through for a minor score. So they move on to 8 goals, 10 now, Rosebud. Somerville 10-10, 12 points the difference. It was 8 points the difference at three-quarter time. Bravo goes short, finds Luke Colley, who's got the ball on the outer pocket. So still very much in the defensive zone. Kicks the ball out looking for Bravo, usually pretty good above his head, and he took the mark on the half-back line. He hasn't got a lot moving for him up forward, though. Luke Rowe moves for him now. He's got Matt Baker hot on his hammer. So Bravo decides to go long. You like Dwyer in this situation. It wasn't a great kick. Luke Rowe put some body pressure on. But Dwyer's been fantastic this afternoon. Took the mark on the wing position. Wants to go inboard. Just got his... they look a little bit lazy at the moment, Somerville. Rosebud will come. Ball goes inside 50. Ball dropped there. Ben Sedgwick takes it. Handball out to no one in particular. Comes out towards Allsop. Westerman's there. What can he do? Tries to waltz through. Handball out towards Jed Sutton. Kicks the ball around the corner. Wasn't a great kick. Pack flies. That was wonderful play. Westerman. But Rosebud come up with the footy. Kick inside. There's Downey. Takes the mark. 55 metres out from goal. So Rosebud are coming. Somerville just look a little flat at the minute. Ebbed and flowed this game. Just before half-time, Rosebud looked dead on their feet. Now they look like the ones with the run in their legs. Unloads Keegan Downey. That is a massive kick of the footy, but he hasn't got he's got the journey, but he doesn't have the accuracy. The ball goes through for another behind, so they move on to 8-11-57. Somerville 10-10-70.
They've got to take the game on, Sammy. Every time they've got the ball in their hands, they're slowing the ball down. They need to move it on quick, what they've done the first 3 quarters. Get the ball played on quick and get it in their forwards nice and quick.
Yes, this isn't their game at the moment. They're just chopping around as the ball goes out towards Speedy. He's usually got a clean pair of heels, but the ball's gone over the line out of bounds, so Brad McDonald wins the footy for Rosebud. He'll send them back into attack. Short pass in was all right. Wasn't great, but it was all right. Bristow tackled. Handball over the top. Allsop's got to go. Held on to without it. Oh, the ball goes up inside 30. Spooner. Handball out to Bentley. Bancroft gets tackled. Good tackle too. Keegan Downey goes in hard. He gets brought to ground. Jed Sutton handball out. McDonald's got it. Gives a little handball. Inside 50 now for the Buds. The umpire letting the game go. Bancroft goes charging through. He's tackled well there by Luke Colley, and the umpire has no choice but to come in and throw the ball up 35 metres out from Rosebud's goal, kicking towards the bay end in this final quarter.
Have to say, Terry, that the umpiring's been sensational today.
It has indeed. So up they go. They need a third man up. It's Simpson. He tapped it straight down the throat of Bentley, who unloaded with the big long drop punt from 48 metres, but the ball goes over the line out of bounds on the full.
They're coming, Rosebud. They just can't get that goal that they desperately need.
8 goals, 11.59. Rosebud. Somerville, 10 goals, 10.70. 11 points the difference in favour of the Eagles. We've played 8 minutes in the final quarter. Sedgwick's got the ball. Back pocket. Bay end. Right up against the fence he is. They're about 4 deep on the fence down there. Sedgwick off the one step. Goes up towards the defensive 50. Needs a mark. Couldn't take it. Ball gets punched back in. And the ball eventually goes over the line and out of bounds. So there is a bit of a breeze now, though, getting a bit cold as Ben Crow, I reckon, is blowing. Is it blowing to the bay end? It feels like it is.
Yeah, it's blowing across the ground, I reckon, Toey.
Okay.
Towards the bay end.
Ball comes back into play. Tommy Baker, Hoganberg, just a quick kick out of the 50. Goes up towards the wing position. Overrunning it there was Tommy Shaw. Ben Dwyer gets it. Kicks it back inside 50. They need a mark here, the Buds. Almost came down with it there was Bentley. Sedgwick crashed through. There's a free kick. It's too high. It'll go to Ben Sedgwick. And he'll take the mark. He's been superb today. The Somerville veteran. Played 200 this year, I think. Crowe from memory.
Yeah, against Rye.
So Benny Sedgwick kicks the ball out wide, looking for Rolfe, flies high, couldn't take the mark, and the ball goes over the line. Oh, there's a couple of Somerville players down there. They both get up though, bit ginger, Jussie Allsop and Billy Rolfe. So the umpire to throw the ball back into play, outer side of the ground. Rosebud into attack, ball comes out towards Cal Dixon. He likes what he sees wide, it's Luke Colley, wasn't a great handball. Gives him some time though. Luke Colley kicks the ball up the line. Jeez, this bloke's been brilliant. Oh, wasn't able to take the mark on that occasion though, was Tommy Shaw. He had Nick Boswell hot on his hammer and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Wing position, member side of the ground. 10-10-70, Somerville, Rosebud, 8-11-59, 11 points the difference. Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. 10 minutes gone. Hoganberg tries to bust his way out. He does. Ball comes out there towards Colley. Right foot kick up towards half forward. Ball spills down. There's Boswell. Took the footy under the arm. Left foot kick up towards half forward. They go back with a flight of the ball. Forrest with a kick off the ground finds the boundary line. And they just edge the ball closer again, the Buds. 50 metres around from their goal.
Rosebud have definitely had more of the footy inside their forward half this quarter. They just can't seem to find that opportunity to kick a goal. 8-2
in favour of Rosebud. So 8 inside 50s to 2 in this quarter. Ball spills to the front. Bristow went without it. It's inside 50 though. Hoganberg, what can he do? Oh, the ball just spills forward. Bentley's going to kick a goal. Well tackled there by Sedgwick. Bristow gets a handball out. Spooner gets one high. No, the umpire says play on. Comes out to Will Stoffels. Right foot, snap. He's kicked it. He's kicked a goal. Is Tommy Stoffels. 10-10-70. Plays 9 goals, 11. 65, 5 points the difference. 11 and a half gone final quarter. That is in the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard.
Great. Sorry.
I was just going to say, they're just playing a little bit safe, Sammy. We spoke about it before, Crow. They still need 2 or 3 goals to win the game of footy. They can't be playing safe. This only 11 minutes gone in the last quarter.
Yeah, well, Rosebud have had it inside, I think, 9 times now compared to Somerville. And, you know, great effort by Rosebud. They willed that goal just through hard work. Somerville, like we've spoken about, it's a grand final. You can't let goals get kicked out of stoppages like that inside your forward 50.
Ball comes back out to the outer wing position. Dale Stevens leads in the race for it. He's got a couple on his hammer. Westerman's one of them. Comes out towards Armstrong. Well tickled there by Simpson. Was he tickled or was he tackled? I think he might have been tackled by Simpson.
Great
and the
terminology there, Toe Punt.
It was half forward line once again for Rosebud. They're into attack. As the ball comes down, Bristow at the fall, the ball grabs it, runs to 50, has a flying shot at goal. Jason Bristow punched on the line by the Junkyard Dog.
Forrest is back onto the footy from the half-back line.
Jake Wilson brings the ball back into play. They need a mark. Oh, Justin Farrelly kills the old bloke there in Lee Stewart, who stood firm and took the mark. Defensive 50. They need to take the game on. They can't try and save it. Some of them get overrun. Going back with a flight of the ball. Couldn't take it. Timmy McGuinness took possession. Handball inside was nice to Sutton. Jed Sutton now gives a handball over to Hoganberg. He's got some time. He's got some space. The kick was a shocker. as he went inside 50. He had so many options and he took the only one that he didn't want. He kicked it down the throat of Boswell. Luck's a fortune. Ball spills to Westerman. Handball there to Rolfe. Another one to Colley. Another one over the top there to Dill Ryan. Flying shot at goal. Touched off the boot. So you can hear Somerville fans in the background getting all up and about and excited, but it was touched off the boot as Nick Boswell brings the ball back into play. Gave it out to Zurich. Kicks the ball out wide. Tommy Shaw couldn't get to the contest. Chipping in and taking the mark there was Bristow. Comes inside. Ryan Spooner's now got in the centre of the ground. Goes up towards half forward. Luke Colley. Good positional work there on him. Kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Out comes Bristow again. Took his eye off the footy. Wiped out Westerman. Umpire said nothing in it. The Buds into attack again. Davidge has got the footy. The backup ruckman has played so many great years of football for this football club. His side trails by 5 points. 13 and a half gone, final quarter. We said there'd be nothing in this contest when we started. And we're only 15 minutes away from the final siren. It's 5 points as Davidge goes to the top of the square. They need a fly. Sedgwick over the back. Punch the ball towards the boundary line and he finds it. And there'll be a boundary throw in about 30 metres around from the Buds goal.
I think it's important, Toey, like we've spoken about, Somerville have just started playing really slow defensive football as if they're trying to protect a 50-point lead. David Hurst and his boys, every time they're rotating off the ground, he should be sending a message out to them to start trying to take this game on because, you know, they've probably had 3 inside 50s this quarter compared to 10 from Rosebud.
Ball goes up towards the wing position. Hogenberg's got 3 to beat out there. He did well. The umpire brings the ball back. They're out there, Rosebud. Good play there by Hogenberg. He had to make a contest and he did, held the ball up, so it gives the Eagles time to reset. Rosebud crowd on the opposite side of the member side of the ground, getting involved, cheering on their team. Nick Jewell, the coach, animated in the coach's box. Ball comes down. There's David Hurst has got it now. The coach kicks it up towards Luke Rowe. Leaps, couldn't take the mark. Second effort, is it there? It is. Matt Baker, well done. Good spoil there on Luke Rowe, and he just gets his hands to that footy first every time. Luke Rowe, the day that they all start sticking, he's going to be unstoppable. Half forward for the Eagles. Can they get one back? Ball comes down. Good play there by Baker. That's Tom Baker. Ball spills out. Reece Bancroft around the footy. The Eagles trying to work the ball out. So are Rosebud. Plenty of numbers around the footy now. There goes Reece Bancroft. Leads in the race for the ball. The ball eventually goes over and out.
Boys, this is where the cream comes to the top. Grand final day, last quarter, scores pretty tight. 10 minutes to go in a grand final. The cream comes to the top. There's going to be some big moments in the next 10 minutes, and the big players are going to stand up.
15 minutes and 48 seconds gone in the Nepean League Grand Final for 2015. Tom Baker tapped it down there towards Forrest. Kicked the ball up towards the 50-metre line. Bentley went without it. Colley gave it off to Tim Hurst. Just kicked the ball. Goes up towards the defensive 50. Bentley leads in the race for it. Josh Colley's right on his hammer. Good play there by Colley. Timmy Hurst had a lot more time on his side then. Perceived pressure. Half forward line. 50 metres out from the Rosebud goal. They trail by 5 points. The ball comes down. Sedgwick attacked it hard. Gets a handball to Colley. Left foot snap around the corner. Goes up towards the wing position. Billy Rolfe with a couple to beat. Tommy Baker tried to charge out with it. Nobody could get it out there though, and the umpire will come in and bounce right in front of our commentary position at the Brian Mace stand. Up they go. Simpson, he grabbed the ball out of the ruck, held on to. Umpire said nothing in it. Free kick could have been out of bounds on the full. I reckon it was there on off Ryan Spooner. Umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt. So the umpire will throw the ball back into play. Simpson versus Tom Baker. Simpson holds the back position. 1-2, couldn't grab it. Bristow again, left foot kick, kicks it up there towards half forward. Going back with the fly to the ball, Lockie Armstrong. Attacked the footy there was Todd Farrelly. Ball spills forward. Forrest versus the Junkyard Dog there in Wilson, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. 40 metres around from Rosebud's goal. Scoreboard, the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. Rosebud 9-12-66. Somerville 10-11-71. 5 points the difference. 17 and a half gone. Ball comes back into play again. There's Bristow again. Handball out to Downey. Downey left foot snap. The Buds are in front. Rosebud are in front in the 2015 Grand Final. 10 goals, 12-72. Somerville 10 goals, 11-71. It's a point the difference.
Jason Bristow is playing some sort of game. How many for him, Vossi? He's had 29 touches, and how many in this quarter? 6 in this quarter. He's been sensational.
Probably all of them being clearances. He's laid a couple of good shirt fronts, couple of good tackles. He's definitely leading this club, Rosebud at the moment, towards a grand final win.
So they need to get back on their bike here, the Eagles. Rosebud have worked their way back in front. They've kicked 2 goals, 4 in this quarter, just to 1 goal, 1 inside 50s again, Vossi. 13-3. So Rosebud are dominating at the moment. We've played 18 and a half minutes in this final quarter. Up they go again. Todd Farrell, that's Simpson in the ruck. Out comes Bentley. Goes for a handball. Tommy Stoffels taps the ball in front of himself. The Eagles are going to answer the challenge here. Stoffels with his head over the footy. Forrest in there. David Hurst tackles. And the ball locked inside Rosebud's 50-metre arc once again.
These are some of these moments you spoke about. Morey, Bentley, Bristow turning it on at the moment.
Ball gets chucked out. Good play there by Lee Stewart. Kicked off the ground there by Colley. Speedy. Reece Bancroft attacked the footy. He wanted it, and he wanted it badly, and he got it that badly. Oh, a couple of big haymakers in there. Bristow's gone whack. On Cal Dixon then. Not sure. Did you see that, gentlemen?
See that? It's amazing he can still get away with that.
He started it from about 4 rows back to Jason Bristow. And Reece Bancroft, he wanted that footy more than anybody else, and he deserved the free kick for the head high. He kicks the ball inside 50 now. He comes down. He couldn't take the mark. Cal Dixon at the ball of the ball. Taps the ball in front. Needs to go Simpson. He's got a heap of them to beat. Taken there by Dwyer. Comes out there towards Peterson. Colley lays a tackle. Comes to Bristow again. Left, right. Ball comes out towards Westerman, and they need to move it, the Eagles. They're stagnant at the moment as the ball comes out towards Lee Stewart. Takes the mark at half-back. David Hurst works for him now. Needs to take the mark. Does so. Plays on.
That's better.
Wants to go inboard. Kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line. Tommy Shaw comes out. Couldn't take the mark. Jed Sutton kicks it. Billy Rolfe inside 50. Seb Kremich right with him. Keeps the ball in front of him. Billy Rolfe wants the boundary line. He's got a couple to beat. And the Eagles are finally, for the first time in... I reckon in the first 3 minutes of the quarter, if they've been able to get it inside their 50.
Someone needs to stand up for something. Who's it going to be?
Ball comes in. Luke Rowe grabs the ball out of the ruck, has a shot, pushes it across the face, through for a minor score, and scores a level. 10 goals, 12 apiece. We've played 20 and a half minutes in the final quarter.
You called it, Crowley. You called it before the game.
Yeah, I said it'd be under a goal, and definitely sitting here in the commentary box, all on the edge of our seats here. This is some sort of game.
Ball comes out, defensive 50. Matt Baker's got it for the Buds, outer side of the ground, goes up the line. That's a terrible kick. That's a tired kick, and the free kick will go there to the Eagles. Lockie Armstrong will take the mark. Jed Sutton will take the free kick. On the wing position, umpire calls him on straight away, goes to the inside 50, pack flies, nobody can take the mark, for the ball, Spooner gives it to Reece Bancroft at half-back, kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line, Jacob Wilson overran the footy, ball spills over the back, Keegan Downey can't run onto it, Glenn Peterson falls over, gives a handball off to Downey, Davies has got it, Peterson right foot, dribble kicks the throw! The Buds are in front again. They lead by 6 points. 11 goals, 12-78. Somerville 10, 12-72. 21 and a half minutes gone, final quarter. Half back line again. You wanted players to stand up. Number 3 for Rosebud's doing exactly that at the moment. He's wheeling his side over the line. Jason Bristow's been terrific. Keegan Downey moving forwards, back in the contest.
Bristow's been sensational for Rosebud.
Yeah.
No doubt. There's a Somerville player down. Hasn't moved in that contest. He's in a bit of trouble. It's Tim Hurst.
Yeah.
So they need to get him off the ground quick, smart. 22 and a half gone in this final quarter. And Somerville, they need to respond here. They've kicked just the 1 goal in this final quarter. It came in the opening 3 minutes of the match. And Rosebud have responded with 3 goals of their own. They lead by 6 points. 11-12, 78. Somerville 10 goals, 12-72. Stretcher coming out there for Tim Hurst. We might go to a break and be back with the thrilling action here in the 2015 Grand Final. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football. He's got a fair bit of claret in the bugle. He's given the thumbs up, so that's good news, but he's in a bit of strife. They're holding his neck too, so let's just hope for the best there for Timmy Hurst. So the umpire ready to restart play. We've now played 26 minutes, but it was about, 22-minute mark?
22 when that happened. We've probably got 3-4 minutes, I reckon, left in this game.
Yep. So the umpire has got the ball in the middle of the ground. Benny Dwyer's been so good for Rosebud today. Good play there by Farrell. He attacked the footy. Hoganberg won it out of the centre. Kicks the ball out towards the outer wing position. Going back with a flighter. There's Dale Wilson. He'll be Daniel Wilson, rather. He'll be happy to see the ball over the line. He is. So right in front of the Brian Mace scoreboard here, grandstand here. Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard, Somerville 10-12-72, Rosebud 11-12-78. Ball hits the deck, punched away there by Dwyer up towards the wing position. Punched away from, went towards Spooner, who kicked the ball up towards the 50-metre line. Sereno, Somerville players dive on top of it.
They didn't want it then, Somerville.
No, they didn't. They just watched Rosebud attack the footy. They look the better of the sides at the moment. Do Rosebud. Ball gets tapped down. Here's Spooner. Left foot kick. Inside 50. Going hard at the footy there is Lockie Armstrong. There's a lot of tired boys out there as we go into past 27 minutes gone. Inside Rosebud's 50. Another goal here to the Buds will just kill Somerville off, you would think. They've worked so hard to get back in when Somerville had all the momentum in that third quarter. Ball comes down to Bristow again. Left foot snap from Daniel Wilson. Goes inside 50. Out comes Lockie Armstrong. Couldn't take the mark. Couldn't pick the ball up off the deck. There was Rowan Hoganberg, and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds again. It's a strange feeling. You just don't sense any urgency from Somerville at the moment. You just don't sense it. They're only a goal down in a grand final. We need something to happen. Ball hits the deck. Forrest, left foot snap, top of the square. Couldn't take the mark. Downey off the ground. He's kicked 4.
That was touched.
It's a crucial point, though.
Premature celebration it was from Keegan Downey. So Rosebud breathed, certainly Somerville breathed a sigh of relief. 28 minutes gone, final quarter. We lost 4 minutes, of course, so they'll probably go to 32, I reckon. Ball comes inside. Couldn't take the mark. Bentley topped out there by Jacob Wilson. And Rosebud, again, locked the ball inside there, attacking 50. And the umpire will throw the ball back into play. So plenty of players around this footy. They need something special here. Does Somerville. Josh Westerman gets brought to ground. The umpire will come in and bounce. 3 times these sides have met this season. 12 points, 5 points, 16 points with the 3 margins. It's 7 points right now in the 2005 Nepean League Grand Final. 11-13-79 plays 10-12-72. Plenty of players around this footy. The umpire just letting it go. And eventually he'll come in and bounce. Still 30 metres out from the Buds' goal. Up they go. Tommy Baker in the ruck. Forrest well tackled. The umpire will be forced to come in and bounce again. So vital seconds being ticked off the clock in favour of Rosebud. They lead by 7, 79-72. 29 and a half minutes gone. Baker versus Tom Farrelly. Nobody could get a decisive tap. They want to clear the ball out here, the Eagles. They can't. Rosebud will just be content with continuing to wrap this ball up. So umpire Brett Chard got the footy in his mitts, throws it up again. Sedgwick tries to be the third man up, almost gave a free kick away doing so. Here's this man, Bristow again. Bentley, you like him from here on the left. Starts it right, tried to work it back through for a behind. So it's 8 points the difference now. The Buds in the lead, 30 minutes gone. They need to move it quickly here, Collie. He just needs to throw caution to the wind. Kicks the ball long. Tommy Baker's got his name written all over it. Couldn't take it. Billy Rolfe. Handball out came from Farrelly. Dale Stevens went without it. Hogan Burke just grabs it. Kicks it up there towards half forward. Hurst versus Bancroft. Bancroft shrugs him off. Hurst hot on his hammer. Lays the tackle. He gets the handball out. They got the numbers back. There's Boswell. Left foot kick up towards half forward. Terrific mark there. Lockie Armstrong at half forward. He's got Forrest there on his own. Goes further up the line. Looking for Downey. He's kicked 4. Why wouldn't he go for him? Wilson couldn't take it. Ball comes out there towards Forrest. Right foot snap from 50. Kicks the ball to the top of the square. Baker under it. Takes the mark. Baker's taken the mark in the goal square. And this will kill off Somerville. They lead by 8 points, the Buds, 11-14-80. Somerville 10-12-72. It's 8 points the difference in favour of Rosebud. We've played 31 minutes and 15 seconds in the final quarter. Tom Baker's kicked 1 goal this afternoon. This for his second. And to win his club the 2015 Premiership, he's done it. He's kicked the goal. And whilst the forwards are celebrating, the midfielders walk back into the centre of their ground from Rosebud because they know the final siren's not there yet. Tommy Baker kicks his second goal for the afternoon. And there's plenty of rumblings now on the members' side of the ground. Rosebud supporters up and about. Special comments, men, just gone quiet. Give me something, gentlemen.
Just enjoying the game, Toey.
Yeah, well, you're not here to enjoy the game.
It's been a classic contest. And
painted the Bucks, Josh Moore.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Jason Bristow's been absolutely sensational this quarter.
Centre of the ground again. This bloke's been all right too. Dwyer comes out towards Farrelly. He couldn't get it. The captain, hasn't he, stood up in the last quarter for the Buds too. Ryan Spooner, head still over the footy. Justin Farrelly trying to push it out for the Eagles. Hogan Burke's in there just trying to wrench it out. He does. Goes up there towards, little tap was nice. That came there from Glenn Peterson. Trying to work the ball forwards. Lockie Armstrong. Rosebud players keeping their feet. Armstrong's got it now. Sweeping handball there towards Forrest. He just sumps the ball forward inside, attacking 50. Somerville got the numbers there. They run into each other. Allows Stoffels now, who's got the ball at 50. Kicks the ball inside. Baker versus Farrelly. This time it's Todd Farrelly who takes the mark. 1 out. Wants to play on immediately. He does. Kicks the ball short. Looking there for Rolfe. Went with the 1 mitt. Boundary line's going to beat him. The ball rolls over and out. And there's a bit of cramp down there towards Sab Kremich. He's got a cramp there in the calf. Doesn't tickle. 12-14-86 Rosebud. Somerville 10-12-72. 14 points the difference on the Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. Deep inside Rosebud's attacking zone again. 33 and a half minutes gone. There couldn't be long left now. Only a minute, if that, you would expect. The Buds are going to win the 2015 Nepean League Premiership. They finished minor premiers. They went straight through after winning the second semi-final. The ball's still locked inside their 50-metre zone. Good play there by Wilson. He gave it out there to Simpson, who kicked it up the line. Good mark there by Billy Rolfe, but I reckon the boundary line beat him. It did. And the free kick's going to go down there to Kremich. He's been superb today, Kremich. It's been a wonderful battle between these two. An integral matchup it was as the ball gets kicked towards 50. Oh, they all look at each other, Rosebud, on that occasion. Sedgwick gets it. Handball's out there towards Westerman, who's tried hard. McGuinness, handball inside, gives it to Sedgwick. Kicks the ball up towards the half-back line. But taking the mark there is Matt Baker, who takes it in front of Luke Rowe. So they know the time's on their side now. They lead by 14 points. Bendigo Community Bank scoreboard. Matt Baker kicks the ball inside 50. His brother Tommy comes out, couldn't take the mark. There he is. Little kick inside Bristow. Bristow now with a right foot banana, and it just puts the nail in the coffin. Now they celebrate the Buds. They know they're home. Jason Bristow fittingly kicks the first and probably the last goal, his first and last goal of the contest.
How many's Jason Bristow?
34 touches.
34.
It's been good to watch, boys. A couple of times here, me and Crow just looked at each other and shook our heads going, how good is this guy? He has been absolutely sensational. Clear standout, best on ground.
And we're watching him for the last time in these colours too, gents. He won't be at Rosebud next year. He won't be in the league next year.
He's going to be at Rye next year, I think.
No, he won't. So. He will be further up the line. A few boys from Subiaco are coming home, and a few of them are playing together up the line, is my word. So Bristow has been outstanding. 34 possessions. He's kicked a goal. 13, 14, 92, plays 10, 12, 72. It's out to 20 points the difference. Lockie Armstrong just goes off the deck, kicks it inside 50 again. Todd Farrelly's been superb today. Grabs the ball, defensive 50, needs support. There's Colley. He grabs it, kicks it there towards half-back. Westerman goes up, couldn't take the mark. The ball killed, and it goes over the line out of bounds as the Rosebud supporters cheer their players on the members' side of the ground. 22-5 inside 50s in this last quarter. Ball goes inside 50 again. There's Forrest. He's already kicked one. No, the umpire's found a free kick. It's going Somerville's way. Ben Sedgwick will take it. Moves the ball quickly to McGuinness. There's the siren. Rosebud are 2015 premiers as Nick Jewell gives the old high five to the people in the crowd. He's still doing it, Nick. They're throwing cans at him down there. That's pretty ordinary stuff, I reckon. And Rosebud have won the premiership.